lows in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, lots of sunshine, a high low 90s, and then Saturday, sunny skies, low 90s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 9 days.
Hey, halftime gang. Hope y'all are doing great. Happy Matt Jones Day, number 9, till football starts. Let's go Hogs.
Listen to this. I've been ringing the bell for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime. What's he going to bring to the table tonight? This moment, this hour. It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas.
I've never taken the high road, but I tell other people to, because then there's more room for me on the low road.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
So, look, I'm not a big Jinx guy, but I also am a big Jinx guy.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
I just think it kind of fell flat, but such a great concept.
And that was one of Coach Nutt's messages. The only people that know what's going on are the people inside that room.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
Throw the football to the right team. What a concept.
Colton Little.
It's far too late for me. I've made some enemies since I started talking here on the radio.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Set your alarm for whatever time you want to get up and get your butt up 100%.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. This is halftime.
Welcome in here to halftime. Good to be with you. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones on location today, hanging out at Fort Smith Northside. We are in the basketball arena. No class right now. No kids down there in PE. But they have got a football game tomorrow. The Battle of Rogers Avenue happening tomorrow between Southside and Northside. I will be here. It's my first time, Matt, experiencing this matchup, and I'm excited.
That is so cool. Happy to be here today, bringing back memories in Colton. I had to show her. I was like, hey, look at this 17-year-old punk right here that was in a picture. I don't know why they still have my picture around, but that was, man, this awesome gym, and brings back a lot of memories coming back. I don't know how it's been 25 years. But everybody who goes back to their high school or whatever, when you hadn't been there for a decade, it's just always like, whoa.
Yeah, it is. It's a time warp.
Yeah,
and we're just in the gym. And this gym is new, right? This is not the gym that you played in.
No.
This is the brand new gym. And it's nice. It's a really nice gym over here. They've got a great complex here for the boys and the girls basketball teams. Of course, the girls basketball teams just really historically good under Coach Ricky Smith, and the boys teams are starting to come along as well, turn things around. So it's fun to be here. But all of those pictures, that's right, trophies, all that stuff, they've got a nice little trophy case right when you walk into the doors. Of course, you've got Isaiah Joe's Gatorade Player of the Year banner, some Jalen Williams, with his trophy. There's all kinds of stuff around here in Northside to look at and check out. But it's good to be with you as we get ready for football season. I say start tomorrow, but there are games today. So we are underway officially with high school athletics. Volleyball tonight here, actually, too, Matt. That's why the volleyball net is up.
I see it, yeah.
But it's a fun – this place will be jamming. Their volleyball team is pretty good. So this place will be packed later today for that volleyball match. But we're going to have the athletic director of the Fort Smith Schools, Rusty Bush. He's going to be here talking with us, as well as the superintendent, Martin Mahan, going to join us as well. Going to call in and hang out with him. So a lot of fun happening on the show today. Also have Kyle Sutherland today as well, and Brett Dolan. So just a jam-packed show.
How fun. Looking forward to it. Football's in the air. Competition is in the air. We're talking about volleyball coming on. That's why there's a scoreboard. Had a lot of coaches talk about you compete in every aspect and every walk of life, and definitely when they're keeping score, you go out there and you compete and you give it your all, and that's what you hope for. Yeah, I got to chat with Ricky Smith a little bit. He legend. I mean, just absolute good dude. Johnny Mason was the coach when I was here. I love that dude. Just he's a better person than he was. Just like we were talking about Dolly Parton. She's a better person than she was artist. She's a great artist. Coach Mason's a great coach. He's a stand-up dude. Love that dude. And Ricky Smith's the same way. My parents speak very highly of him. My sisters speak highly of him. A lot of tradition here at Northside. In that other school that keeps changing their name, we don't really care too much about them. They can go on. Yeah.
They're just
Next,
on
they're going to
it.
change
You
their
know what?
colors. It's like, oh, we got to
You know
change
what?
our
I'm
name
not-
every 4 years.
That's right. I'm not gonna lie. I have some friends who went to Southside. I don't even know where that school is. It's got to be here on Rogers Avenue somewhere. But I've only come to Northside when I've come down here. The handful of times that I have, I couldn't even tell you where Southside is.
It's
somewhere.
four stoplights. It's like old Greenwood or Greenwood right there. Four
Yeah.
stoplights and go right.
Okay.
4 more stoplights and you're there.
Okay.
It's
Easy.
we're there. Yeah. It's
Okay.
not that hard.
Couple left turns
yeah,
or right
yeah,
turns.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, so we've got a fun day today, hanging out down here at Northside. You think we can? We might be able to. We might have some students. It's always like, do you ever have dreams that like you woke up and you missed class, or you forgot your home, or you're taking a test, or you still have school dreams? I have those.
Me too,
and
Alyssa.
I'm 39 years old. It's like, wait a minute, I graduated longer than I've been out of school longer than I was in school.
No, I don't have those dreams.
No?
That I would sign up for some dreams like that instead of the dreams I had. I don't think we want to get into that.
No.
But it's no. I didn't have. Both my parents were school teachers. I was a loner introvert. Went to the gym. I hung out. But I had one friend. I just did what I didn't have a bad moment in junior high
Sure.
or high school. Like everything was fine and just kept going. You went to practice. You did your thing. You always had something to do. Like it was.
Yeah, you did your homework. You came home.
Well,
slept.
but I went
Yeah,
to class every
yeah,
day. That
yeah.
both my parents being teachers, you didn't miss school. You show up and you take all honors classes. They're like, we're not putting you in regular class. It's like
Right.
all the stuff you do. And so yeah, school was cool.
School,
I
yeah.
think I had
Yeah.
a 3.7 GPA in high school.
There
Who
you
can't
go.
have it? You gotta. It's like high school's hard. Congratulations. How'd you do it? No, if you
You
can't
gotta
have over a 3 point in high school, what are you really doing? You got to change your major and
You
go
gotta
find a
change your
job,
major and
right? Go to a Vo-Tech school. Yeah.
That's right. Go to technical college.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. They make good money. As we sit here and do broadcasting,
We got a very cool job.
yeah, we have a great job. And this is a lot of fun because we get to go hang out. Like tomorrow, we're going to be up in Springdale, so we're going to be all over the place this week, which is a lot of fun. And to do what we do is pretty cool. But yeah, I still have those like, oh my gosh, I missed an assignment, or I got to go like talk to I don't know. I don't know what subconsciously that says about your dreams, but I still have those. Up on every now and then.
What's
I
your
have
boy Chaz Michaels say in Blades of Glory? Dreams? No, I haven't had one of those in years. So pretty cool that you can
That's
still
right.
have dreams.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep. My man, I don't want to go get on a whole like dream thing, but we were talking about dreams with the kids. Kids just say whatever. I dream this and I dream that. Sometimes I feel like I've had dreams that have been more premonitions than dreams because they've happened. It's weird.
The deja vu dreams are the
yeah, it's
weirdest. No, I
weird.
got you on that.
I'm like,
That's
wait
so
a minute,
weird.
but it was like years ago, and then I
Yeah.
had a dream, and like now I'm like, that dream was trying to tell me something. I should have listened. But Finn says that he like doesn't dream in color.
How cool.
He's like, my dreams are like black and white.
I don't think I've ever had a dream in color.
Yeah?
I'm black and white
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Do you dream in black and white
I
too?
don't.
Like
I
people,
don't think I've ever dreamed in color.
my
yeah.
mom said that she has a friend whose daughter like she doesn't dream, like she can't visualize certain things, so she just doesn't. Her dreams are like black.
Yeah.
They're just thoughts. They're not pictures. Does that make sense?
That
It's
might
crazy.
be better. That might be a better
Like you
way to
dream
have
in
dreams.
thoughts
Yeah.
instead of pictures, like
Yeah.
words. You dream in words.
What are the dreams
not
you have
pictures.
here? Text in, call into halftime. 877
What a fun show
there
today.
you go.
Yeah.
And if you are one of those people who like read into dreams, if I were to tell you what my dreams are like, you're gonna tell me what that means. Also call in. If you're call us, because we could all deep dive into all of that crazy stuff, which fascinates me. So I would do it. I think it's cool. So that's just me. But I promise we will talk some sports, a lot to get into. The NFL changing the rules on the Pro Bowl. The NFL making an announcement and a statement on all of this NCAA eligibility, all of that kind of stuff just continues because it's just not going to stop. I promise you it's going to keep continuing for the next couple of weeks, months, forever. But it's pretty crazy how everything continues to unfold over the last 48 hours. So we'll get into all of that. But hey, let's hit the phone lines before we go to break. Thank you, Colton. Big time caller here on line 1. We have the mayor of Barling, Greg.
Hey, how's
What's up,
everybody
Greg?
at
How are
halftime
ya?
today? Oh, wonderful, Mac. Glad to hear you back on the radio. Glad you're back at Northside. I just want to wish all the kids, Northside, Southside, great game coming up. I'm a former Southside guy myself. You can take the Mavericks and call them what you will, but I'm an old school rebel for all the old guys out there. Go Southside. That's what I'm putting my chips over on today.
That's great. Yeah, you know what? I do have to say, we were kind of giving him a hard time, but you know that Coach Dameron over there has always got a good product he puts out on the field.
Well, I tell you what, I graduated in '92, and Coach Lunny was our coach. We won state back then, and so I got a little bit of a winning record against Northside. So the good thing about this rivalry, I love the smack talk. You gotta love the smack talk.
It is respectful smack talk. It's there's nothing personal in it. Everybody's. I had a cousin go to Southside. You know, yeah, you have people, and that's the thing. You kind of all of you live in the same community, so it's a little respectful. That's part of it. It's pretty cool. You're right.
The majority of my constituents are Northsiders, so I have to tread lightly over here in Barling. But hey, let's give it up for all the high school students. Great job. Y'all have a wonderful year. Hey, thanks for having me on halftime. Go Southside.
There we go. All right, we got one Go Southside for the show. We'll keep tally to see how many Go Northside, Go Southside calls we get throughout the show. So call us 877-377-6963. Going to be a great show for you today. If you miss any of it, don't worry. We have got you covered on the Hit That Line app, now powered by Taco Bell. If you don't have it downloaded on your phone, go ahead and go do that in your app store, or you can go to hitthatline.com as well and get all of our podcasts there. That includes the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast, our Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast, and the 479 Equipment Ruskin and Zach podcast. Everything, the best of the best right there. If you missed anything from today or anytime this week, you can go and listen to it over there on the Hit That Line app. And as always, rate, review, and share with your friends and tell them about us. We appreciate that. All right, hitting a break now. We'll be back after this.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
I love Arkansas. I love everything here. Give me everything here.
Your home for every Razorback football game.
College to midfield, the 40, the 30, college at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Only on ESPN 95.3.
Fort Smith deserves leadership focused on responsibility, safety, and long-term stability. Christina Katsavas is a small business owner and current Fort Smith board director. She voted no on more than $7 million in waterside spending and no on cutting police and fire department funding. She authored and passed an ordinance requiring additional oversight of major capital expenditures. As mayor, Christina will cut the current mayor's operating budget in half and remain committed to Fort Smith's financial future. Christina Katsavas, ready to lead from day one.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and make the switch to any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles and get state sales tax paid when you trade. Our road-ready certified vehicles are inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Combine that with our non-commissioned sales team and the nation's best lenders on standby, and you've got an award-winning, hassle-free way to get your next ride. Make the switch to road-ready certified and get state sales tax paid when you trade all this month at Rath Auto Resources. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman, she gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. Say A, say M, say E, say R, say I, say A, M. American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Time now to head to that Lewis Automotive Group hotline, bringing our first guest in of the day. Kyle Sutherland joining us, publisher of Hog Beat, and covering the Arkansas Razorbacks. And Kyle joined us last Thursday as well. Also has been covering high school athletics for a really long time. But Kyle, how are we doing this week?
Hey, Alyssa, I couldn't be better. We finally have real football. We've had football. We got real football tonight. So all is right in the world.
That is right. We're over talk. I'm over at this point just talking about things. I've hit that wall and I'm ready for some action. So I'm excited about it too. Ryan Silverfield had his first coaches show yesterday at the Catfish Hole. Seemed to go well. Had a good turnout. What did you hear from him yesterday that piqued your interest heading into? I think we're now Matt Jones days away from football season.
Yeah. No, I really liked, and I wrote about it this morning about how they're going to use the running, which you kind of knew this watching film, particularly over the last 2 or 3 years, that they're going to really utilize the running backs in this offense. And when you have one especially like a Sutton Smith that can do so many different things, and Ryan even said that he believes that, and I wholeheartedly agree with him, Sutton Smith could probably start at slot receiver for multiple SEC teams or, just Power 4 teams in general. And so just being able to just add another dimension, and especially if everything comes together, they feel really good about the offensive line. And if that 1-2 punch with Sutton and Braylon really comes together and you're also able to use them out of the backfield, that's just something else that's going to take more off of KJ Jackson in his first year as a starter.
Speaking of the running backs, who is there another guy that if it's a punt returner, a kick returner, a third down back, are we really you kind of need a stable to go through the SEC? Are those our two backs? Is anybody kind of emerging that I know we had a transfer from Michigan. There's a couple other guys you're kind of thinking. Is there who do you think maybe is third on the depth chart?
Yeah, Matt, it's really those two for sure. And then, Jasper Parker that came from Michigan and Cam Settles, where it seems like they're really battling it out for that third spot there. I covered Cam Settles really heavily when he was at Parkview, and what he's able to do, particularly with pass protection, he can also catch passes really well. And many forget he was also recruited really heavily. He was a two-way starter for those 5A state championship teams at Parkview at corner. So he's just such a great student of the game. Knows just about every position pretty much, at least particularly between running back and receiver and everything. But he's also a great pass blocker. If you're going to play for Brad Bolding, you're going to have to protect the particularly running back. You're going to have to protect the quarterback. And so and the coaching staff here at Arkansas has talked about protecting the quarterback as well. So it will be, assuming that both stay healthy and everything, Braylon and Sutton expect to get the bulk of the carries, but likely Settles or Jasper Parker right after that.
What about at wide receiver? So much talk about Chris Marshall, and he kind of seems that's going to be the number one wide receiver in that room. But who else really is going to run out there, you think, the first play of the offense on a Saturday, a week from Saturday, and guys that KJ Jackson is now going to feel comfortable throwing to?
Yeah, you first look at C.J. Brown probably just because this is his third year at Arkansas. Obviously a new offense, but his third year, and it seems like he's gotten better and better each year. Ismail Cece, which we haven't seen yet, at least in game-like situations in a Razorback uniform since he got hurt last year in fall camp and was out for the season. So those are the kind of the main ones that you point at. Obviously, Jabari Watkins knows the offense probably better than any of the receivers just since he came from Memphis. Donovan Faupel had a really great, that was his breakout season last year at New Mexico State, and they've said a lot of really good things about him. But you look at guys like in-state prospects like Antonio Jordan and Courtney Crutchfield. And, Crutchfield, it's more to me like he's got to really do something this year. Antonio's got a little bit more time. But I think, too, with Antonio, it's just he had that great fall camp last year. And also, it really, when you're a Warren wide receiver, obviously that carries a lot of weight and a lot of pressure. So those are two guys that you would really like to see, especially Courtney, and this is year 3 for him in college football to take that next step up. But yeah, Elizabeth, Chris Marshall, we've kind of known since really they finalized this 2026 team that he was going to be that dude at wide receiver. And like I said, you kind of just summarizing everything I just mentioned. You really like what you saw from C.J. Brown over the past couple of years. But really, I think fans are excited to see what Ismail Cece can do now that he's healthy.
Alyssa, y'all got disconnected right there because you're speaking. I can see you on the stream, and I don't think any words are coming out of your mouth. So y'all might have to do some troubleshooting there. Kyle Sutherland joins us here from Hogbeat. Kyle, let's transition to the other side of the ball here on defense. We've talked a lot about offense. I asked you last week about the defensive backs. I want to go up a level right here and talk about the linebackers. From practice that you've seen, from clips, from talking to some of the coaches, do you see guys in that linebacker room that are going to be able to cover sideline to sideline and also be able to get downhill and make some tackles? Because defensively last year, tackling was, let's just be honest, very abysmal.
Yeah, no doubt. And I like the fact that Ron Roberts talked about the first day of fall camp when we got him in the media session. He straight up said, like, right now, if we started today, that it would be Jaquavian Smith and Bradley Shaw at linebacker. They've been raving about Bradley Shaw since spring. And also Jaquavian Smith kind of came in, and he came in highly regarded from the FCS ranks, but how would that translate over to the P4 level? And so, like, now it's like, how would it transfer over to that P4 level? And, like, the fact that those two have consistently been really at the top of that, like, I guess we'll call it the unofficial depth chart, you really like that because they've just been so consistent throughout the entire offseason. But then you think of a guy like Wyatt Simmons. Look, you think about his football pedigree. His father, now the GM of Harding, also won a national championship with Harding. Lots of intelligence there, and also can cover sideline to sideline. Saw him do that as a prep player many different times. And so I think the linebacker, it's really going to come down to, I feel really good about the edges. I feel good about of the defensive line. I feel good about Quincy Rhodes there, obviously, with coming in as an all-SEC player, preseason all-SEC selection. But Steven Souls at that jack spot has really impressed me with what he's done in the press conference room, what we've heard about him throughout the offseason. To me, it's really just like, and I know that I've heard some of the Arkansas media members that are maybe a little bit more confident than I am about the interior. I'm not quite there yet. I'm kind of at that wait and see. I think we're all at that wait and see point for the entire team. But for me in particular, it's that interior defensive line at the tackles that's really going to kind of play a major role of what the linebackers and ultimately the secondary is able to do.
I want to ask you for a prediction, but I'm going to wait until we get you on the week before the Georgia game. I want to give you two games, North Alabama and Utah. Check those out, evaluate that, and then we'll make a prediction how the Hogs are going to do in the SEC. But that Utah game coming up, what a litmus test that's going to be. I know you want to play North Alabama and you want to get through healthy. Do you see both quarterbacks playing? Do you see a lot of different guys playing? Or do you think Coach is going to have that mindset of we're going to play the ones and that's kind of what we're going to do?
Ideally, you would want, if you're going to play both quarterbacks, you would hope that you're up very comfortably, especially by the second half, and then maybe AJ can come in there and get some reps. So hopefully that's the ideal case. But I think really, in that North Alabama game, you want to handle your business. Like you said, Matt, you can't really take a whole lot out of that game, even if they blow them out, because it's like, well, that's what you were supposed to do, but you feel comfortable at least in them doing what they're supposed to do. But I think that you would like to get AJ some reps again, like if it's like a 35-10 game midway through the third, late in the third quarter, and then by the time you get to the fourth, you get some of those other backup, like for instance at corner. You want to get Shelton Lewis and Lakai Rowland plenty of reps. Maybe get some of those freshman safeties like Brandon Ford and or some of those just freshman defensive backs in general, like Tay Lockett at safety. Brandon Ford's been making a lot of noise. So you want to get them some game reps for sure. But that ultimate test, and everybody knows it, is going to be against Utah, not just against a quality team with a great dual threat quarterback, but also late at night. And just also too, how is the sea level, the above sea level and all that stuff going to be? So there's so many different factors that come into that.
Have you put out there a prediction? Or you said you're going to give him time. That's right. You're going to give him 2 games.
If you're ready to say something, we've all done it. But I feel like let's give him a couple games to watch, and then we'll ask you that week how you think we're going to be.
That's fair. Hey, so looking ahead, we talk about football happening today. We've got 2 high school football games happening today. Rogers going down to North Little Rock, and then Robinson playing Little Rock Catholic. But when you're looking around high school football on Friday night, what game are you looking at?
Well, I think, man, I'm telling you, I've made a top 10 this week, and I'm completely going blank. I think that look at the Salt Bowl. I know that Bryant has dominated that series, but Bryant is really young this year, and they're the number one team overall in the state until really somebody says otherwise. But many have Benton the number one team in 6A. So hopefully that was one is a little bit closer, and we can that'll be a game. I know, again, historically in recent memory, it hasn't been like that, but that should be really good. I think when you look out of state, that Union game in Bentonville should be really good. I really like the Mountain. I know Mountain Home lost a lot, but hey, I mean, you got two Hall of Famers going up against each other. Now, Steve Airy, of course, from Missouri Hall of Fame, and then Tommy Tice, the second winningest coach all time in state history, in that Farmington Mountain Home matchup. So I also like, in a little bit smaller classifications, I love the Bauxite Glen Rose matchup too. Very much state contenders, at least coming into the season in their respective classifications. So yeah, it's going to be a packed Friday night for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And then we've got the Battle of Rogers Avenue right here at Northside, between Fort Smith Southside and Fort Smith Northside. So it should be a fun one. Always love catching up with you. Thank you for hanging out with us today, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Absolutely, guys. Appreciate y'all having me. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it. Kyle Sutherland, the publisher of Hog Beat, covering Arkansas athletics, as well as he's just been in the prep scene for so long. You can ask him really anything, and he's got some information on it. So love having him on the show. We're gonna hit a break here and be right back with you here at Fort Smith Northside, inside their beautiful gym, where they got a volleyball game happening later on today. Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night, all that noise, the constant cleaning? Well, I've got some good news for you. Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental application that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. So call for your appointment today, 226-3500, and get rid of your CPAP. Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
It comes down to making out. Whenever possible, put on side one of Led Zeppelin 4.
This is halftime.
At United Federal Credit Union, our checking accounts meet you where you are. Free checking gives you everything you need with no strings attached. Safe Spend lets you set debit card limits for the whole family. And Ultra Checking rewards higher balances. Plus, our digital banking and mobile app let you manage it all in one place. Visit unitedfcu.com/checking to get started. United Federal Credit Union, we get you. Insured by NCUA. Membership subject to eligibility. Free checking with e-documents. A $2.50 fee applies for each paper statement if you are not enrolled in e-documents.
Audi's Q8 TFSI Quattro is a sleek luxury SUV featuring a V6 turbocharged engine. The driving experience of the Audi Q8 Quattro is simply exceptional, and you can win one this Saturday from Saracen Casino Resort and Gossett Audi of Memphis. Play to earn entries for your chance to win one of Germany's quietest riding vehicles, Audi Q8 Quattro from Saracen Casino Resort and Hotel.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
For 250 years, America has been about freedom. The freedom to explore, to roam, and discover what's next. At Crabtree RV Center, that spirit goes back to 1950. Today, that spirit lives on with a team that puts customers first, no pressure, just honest help and real value. And right now, you'll find incredible pricing on new and pre-owned RVs, making freedom more affordable than ever. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
Save up to $4,000 on in-stock 2026 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off on this top-selling midsize SUV, or $2,000 off and 0% financing for 60 months on 2026 Buick Envisions. These are limited-time offers with approved credit. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Or online at harryrobinson.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Way to better ways. I found myself some ways. Distant roads are calling me. No time for a summer friend. No time for the love you send. Seasons change and so did I. You need not wonder why.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to the show. Good to be with you. We are live at Northside High School here in Fort Smith, getting ready for the Battle of Rogers Avenue happening tomorrow right here at Northside. Football is in the air, and that brings up and reminds me of some comments, Matt. I want you to see what you think because you played both. Eric Musselman on Julian Edelman's podcast earlier in the week said that Arkansas is a hoop school for sure. Doesn't matter who's coaching there. It's a hoop school in baseball. Coach Van Horn is the man. Do you think, how would you describe Arkansas? Do you think Arkansas is a football school, a baseball school, basketball school? How would you describe it?
Maybe even a tennis school if you look at what the Hogs have been going through lately on the football field. You got to win a game to be considered anything. You know, that's just I don't know. We haven't been a football school for a long time. Can you be a football school? Absolutely, you can be, but no question about it. They're a basketball school and a baseball school. You think a track school, golf school, all the other things, but no, there's not one. That's why it was funny when Coach Silverfield said, you know, we don't know who our starting quarterback is. At least the teams have to prepare for both. It's like nobody prepares for any more than they have to for a team that can't win any games. So nobody's going to over prepare for a team that just went 0-8. You're going to just appropriately prepare. But no, they haven't been a football school for a while. It's sad. It hurts me. You think about the last decade. I think Colton was telling me this stat. The last 10, 12 years, we went 0-8 4 times in conference play. You're not a football school. It's you know what? One thing that one of my favorite quotes. I know you guys like to do mantras and quotes and all the stuff. But one of the most truest things ever is facts do not care about your feelings. They don't care. And
No, they
And
don't.
the fact is, we're not a football school.
Arkansas is a hoop school for sure. Doesn't matter who's coaching there. It's a hoop school.
I had to ask.
And baseball.
Really good baseball.
How about baseball? Coach Van Horn is the man. That's a Hall of Fame baseball coach.
I tell you what, Coach Van Horn is the man. That is accurate, hands down. If I had to say Arkansas is anything, I'd say it's a baseball school. But you kind of have to, look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself, right? You want to be a football school, that's great, right? That's your feelings. But the fact is, you're absolutely right. They haven't had a lot in football to be a football school at the moment. I'd call them a baseball school, to be quite honest with you. If I had to pick, look.
Track, I mean, you could say
You
track if you're going by success.
You're a
talking
track
about
school, that's
golf
right.
as well. Talking about success. Women's softball. They're very, very talented at a lot of different skill sets, at a lot of different sports that are up there. But one thing they're not good at is football. And hopefully,
Not right now.
hopefully they
That's
can
right.
figure it out and get there. Like I say this out of love. Like I want them to be a football school. I want them to win 8 games a year. I want them to have success. I want all these things to happen. It hasn't happened. So we can't lie.
100%.
Don't lie to the people.
Well, here's the deal. Like, if you were to ask me, like, what is FSU? They're a soccer school.
They are now. Yeah.
They're a soccer school.
been a
That
while,
soccer
huh? Yeah.
program, they can sit here and say they're a football school. No, they're a soccer school. It's funny. You're a soccer school when Jameis Winston is tweeting, "We're a soccer school now. We're a football school now." Like,
he
that's
has his pulse on what's going on.
You just have to kind of be real with yourself. So I know you want to be a football school, but you're just not at the moment.
When Missouri beats you every year, what are you doing?
Every year.
Missouri's just
Every
barely
year.
a school, and it's like, and now
They're a journalism
you
school.
can't even compete with them on the football field. We haven't even had a chance. At least with A&M, you're like, oh, we had a chance, but Missouri, it's just like it's
They got their
really
number.
it's comical if it wasn't
Yeah.
so tragic.
Yeah. And it's funny, and people have their, like Brent in Kentucky, and I feel you, my guy, here on the text line saying, boo hiss, Arkansas should be a football school. Lordy, are we the cheap version of Kentucky? Well, you might be a better basketball school than Kentucky right now. You can make that argument. And I understand that everyone laughs about track, but all you have to do is go over there and look at that flag that says 52. Those 52 national championships all belong to
Whoa.
track.
Yeah.
So I'm not laughing at trophies. You can say what you want, but I'm not laughing at trophies.
You
for
got to
sure.
win one game. When Mississippi State wins one game every 3 years and it's just against the Hogs, come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
Emmett
on.
in Springdale in the text line. In the last 14 years, we have been over 500 in the SEC one time.
Oh, don't.
I'm
Oh, that
sorry.
hurts. It hurts.
That hurts. We might have to take that heartbreak into the break. It's tough, but I think that Musselman was spot on with those comments. And sometimes he says some silly stuff, but I think it was pretty spot on with what he said earlier. And he still pays attention, even out in SoCal, still paying attention at what the Razorbacks are doing in Fayetteville and how things are going. We have got some guests who are going to come and join us here at Northside. We got some coaches and stuff. They're going to cycle in and enjoy speaking to them and talking to them, catching up with them coming up after the break. So stick around for that. If you're out there looking for a great place to grab some lunch, I got you. Flyaway Brewing Company in Northwest Arkansas. They've got 2 locations now, so go visit Flyaway on Zion in Fayetteville or check out their new Bentonville location, which I've yet to get to, but it's out there over on Southeast 8th Street next to very close to the new Walmart. So go check them out. They've got a great food menu for you, and of course, Flyaway beer on tap. And don't miss happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 as well. So go check them out and enjoy the atmosphere. Flyaway Brewing Company, now in Fayetteville and Bentonville, make Flyaway your next stop.
You guys had shirts on when you came in here. There's something happened to them, man.
This is halftime.
Budweiser, the American lager. Time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Good morning. This is
your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match alarm. We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time, only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Get $1,000 in back-to-school relief all month long at Harry Robinson, Saddle Ford. It's a hard time of the year. The kids going back to school. Air conditioning bill is huge. You need an extra $1,000 right now. You can get it at Harry Robinson.
Yes, definitely, Tommy. And the beautiful part is every customer that walks in this door qualifies for it. You don't have to have a certain credit score. You don't have to be buying a new. You don't have to be buying a used. Every single customer that walks in this door qualifies for this rebate. You can get $1,000 back, or we can take an additional $1,000 off on the vehicle of your purchase. I mean, guys, right now really is the time to buy. Money is getting cheap again. We've got new F-150s. You can get 2.9% financing in 84 months right now. And when I say it's the time to buy, it really is the time to buy. And, back to school relief rebate, that's a big thing. You're spending money. Like you said, the AC bill's high. You're buying clothes, your school supplies, everything else. This $1,000, we can write a check back to you and put some money back in your pocket.
Get your $1,000 in back-to-school relief only at Harry Robinson, Saddle Ford. 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Saddle.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an Audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an Audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
Here, see the noise, see the fear and commotion. I think we missed it. See the love, see the hate, the emotion. Don't give me no shoes. Don't give me no hand-me-down. Don't give me no hand-me-down. I got one already.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
McGrady back to front for the Bulldogs. Matt Jones is back near his own 10-yard line. McGrady will punt the football away from the 35. The line of scrimmage was the 49. Football is kicked away from Jones. It bounds down near the 15. Jones picks it up to the 20, 25, 30. He's got open running room to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He has no one to beat. He's headed to the end zone. This will be an 85-yard punt return. And the Northside Grizzlies have scored with 7:04 left to go in our first quarter. A Grizzly touchdown.
Had to bring that up right there. That's our very own Matt Jones. I couldn't find a Southside Northside clip, but I did scour the internet trying to find some stuff. That was from Greenwood in 2000 against the Bulldogs. Matt Jones looked like he was legitimately jogging. Special shout out to Tommy Kraft for finding that. Also, our very own Tommy Kraft on the call for that game. Now, I don't know what kind of dumb offensive coordinator would punt the ball to Matt Jones or how he could have a career after that. Some guy named Brian Little. Man. Jeez.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Wait, for real?
Yes, for real.
Wow, that came full circle for you, Colton, didn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Greenwood lost one game that year and won the state championship.
That's right.
So that was
Very
it.
first
that
in
was
Title X.
That was the only one they lost. I think they figured it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you remember that play?
That was first game in Northside uniform because I
Okay.
transferred the year
Yeah.
before. There was so much talent on that Northside team, and Northside had won the state championship the year before. We had lost some they had lost some defensive guys. Juwan Parker, Aaron Marshall, Wayman Casey. There were so many. I think we had 11 guys off of that team signed scholarships to go play somewhere. If it was Tech, UCA, whatever. There was a lot of talent on that team.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Hey, good job, Cole. Well done. I love that. That was fun walking down memory lane a little bit here at Northside, hanging out, getting ready for the Battle of Rogers Avenue happening tomorrow. We have Athletic Director Rusty Bush joining us. Thanks for being here. First off, thanks for unlocking the door and let us come in.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
Yeah, we didn't want to do this outside.
That's right.
Today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you for
think
that.
the first request was maybe outside. I'm like, that's probably not a great
Who
idea
did
right
that?
now, but we probably want to rearrange that thinking because it's brutally hot out there on that turf right now. So put you in our nice facility here on the Northside campus.
Thank you. Hey, speaking of facilities, I was here a couple weeks ago catching up with Coach Maroc, and it looks good over there in the facilities. Did some revamping over the offseason.
Yeah, so that was a little bit before I got here,
Yeah.
but I came in in the middle of that, and our deputy superintendent, Dr. Tiffany Bone, I'll have to give her a shout out for that. She came in and said it needed a little bit of a makeover and get it taken care of. So Coach Maroc gave her a few ideas, and they moved on, and it looks like it's a great facility. It's been here for a long time. This is a great traditional place. It's got that nostalgia of the Little Rock Centrals and, Mayo Thompson Stadium. When you mentioned stadiums in the state of Arkansas, those are the highlighted ones. So we did a little work to it, and the kids are benefiting from it.
Coolest gym that I've seen in a while. This has to be pretty spectacular when you got it going on. Just what is kind of like the mantra or kind of the goals for Fort Smith athletics and Northside athletics in general that you kind of hope to want to accomplish?
I've been asked that quite a bit, and I'll tell you just a quick short story. When I took this job, I was at the Arkansas High School Football Coaches Association clinic, and right out of the restroom, we meet eye to eye as Barry Lunny Sr. And everybody knows Coach Lunny, and we go way back, and he says, "Congratulations, Coach," and gets like nose to nose with me, and with that coach's face, and he says, "In 10 seconds, what are you going to do about it?"
Oh, I like it. I like it. Yeah,
So, it got my mind racing. I had just taken the job, but speaking of him and that, Matt, it's about Fort Smith has been so good and for so long in so many things, and we're at a point we are where we are, but it's about honoring tradition. It's about pursuing excellence. It's about doing the great things. We are a great school district. People have choices now, as we all know, but it's about what the standard that was set many years ago for me, for Jim Rowland, from the Benny Gooden and those people coming down and just doing what's right for kids, providing facilities, providing the right kind of coaching, providing the right kind of resources for our kids to excel. We've got great kids here, great athletes, and great activity kids, and so for me, it's about that, and I'm trying to get that point over to our coaches and directors, like, hey, we've done this great for a long time. We're going to continue to do that.
Well, I know you got a great leader in Ricky Smith. My mom was a teacher here for over a decade. My sisters graduated from here. I graduated from here. Got nothing but love for Northside. It was good to see a friendly face, and if we could all have a lot more Ricky Smiths, we'd all be a lot better, right?
Right, no doubt. Ricky is, is an icon, not only at Northside but in the state of Arkansas. He does a tremendous job, and I visited with you earlier. He was probably one of the first people I came to visit with, and I'm like, okay, I just got here and I got a while in my career, and I don't want to be the guy that has to replace you. So what can we work out to make sure you stick around for a little while longer? So hopefully he'll be here for a long time. But talking about standards, that guy sets the expectation, and he does set the standard for athletics around here. So we appreciate him.
Looking at Friday night, so this is going to be my very first experience in the Battle of Rogers Avenue, coming back down here for this game right here. I'm excited, but what should I expect? Like, what is this going to be like tomorrow night here?
I'm going to tell you another quick story, so I'm full of them.
Sure.
I coached at Northside for 14 years, so I left and went to Alma, and I'm back now. But when my very first Northside, Southside Battle of Rogers Avenue was at Southside High School, and Coach Rowland was obviously the AD, and I had played in some great rivalries. I'd coached in a few and wasn't sure about this one. And I was coaching the secondary at that time. I was on the field warming up, and he walked over there, and I was just kind of standing, warming those guys up. And I said, hey, Coach, how's it going? And he said, what do you think? And I'm like, I'm excited for the game. And, again, he looked at me just like a coach. And he said, this is the most electric atmosphere that you will ever be a part of in the state of Arkansas. And so he didn't lie. He told the truth. And so I've been a part of 14 of those. So to answer your question, I just think, you see the Razorbacks, you see the college electric atmospheres, but this is like no other, especially at the high school level.
I'm excited. And it's, what's cool about your stadium over here, Mo Thompson Stadium, is there's not a lot. It's a very tight sideline. Like, fans are on top of you, and I'm excited to experience that atmosphere.
It is. It's very tight. It's an awesome stadium, and it'll be a great crowd. And we talk about the football players that are involved, but man, those student sections, the bands, the cheerleaders, all of them they're going to be piled in this place, and they look forward to this. You come out of the summer, school starting, and this kind of kicks it off for everybody.
You said you've 6 months or so in the job.
I think
so
February
far?
16th,
Okay.
maybe, something
All right.
like that.
There we go. And so, 6 months in, really kind of what have you learned the most? Like, what are you most excited about for the next 6 months and moving forward?
Yeah, so I've gotten really good at Google Calendar. Does that?
I am a write it down kind of person too, so I get it.
Yeah, so you're in charge of 2 high schools, 4 middle schools, all those people that are underneath you. We have about 200 employees, so it took me a little bit to understand and slow down and kind of take a breath and see everything. But for me, moving forward, again, very high expectations for our coaches. I think it starts at our middle schools. Back in 2020, 2021, we transitioned from a junior high school system into a middle school system, and so now our 9th graders are on our 2 high school campuses, and so that's been a little bit, I think, of a slow start, but I hope to kind of implement some things, because I think that's where it starts. I think everybody agrees with that, that 7th and 8th grade level, really pouring into those kids and then dumping on into our 2 high schools and getting better from there.
Well, it'll always be fun, and so it's a step-by-step process, and we're excited to continue to see how it all goes. And thank you for having us again.
Absolutely.
We're going to be here for the rest of the show. Got some more guests joining us as well as halftime. Going to roll on after this. Stick around.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
Save up to $4,000 on in-stock 2026 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off on this top-selling midsize SUV, or $2,000 off and 0% financing for 60 months on 2026 Buick Envisions. These are limited-time offers with approved credit. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
From the trail to the track, Wheeler Power Sports has been taking care of riders for generations. We're your factory-authorized home for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, KO, Aprilia, RAR, and the three-wheeled Slingshot. Looking for a used bike? We have a massive pre-owned inventory, and we're buying. Plus, check out our huge selection of apparel and accessories to gear up for your next ride. Follow us on Facebook to see the latest sales on Polaris Rangers and Kawasaki Z-Series bikes. Wheeler Power Sports and the Wheeler family, taking care of riders for generations in historic downtown Fort Smith.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine, a very slight chance of showers or storms across the south. Our high today in the low to mid 90s. Tonight, we should see a decrease in any cloud cover. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, lots of sunshine, a high low 90s. And then Saturday, sunny skies, low 90s. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 9 days.
Hey, halftime gang. Hope y'all are doing great. Happy Matt Jones Day, number 9, till football starts. Let's go Hogs.
Listen to this. Ringing the bell for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
What you gonna bring to the table tonight? This moment, this hour.
I've never taken the high road, but I tell other people to, because then there's more room for me on the low road.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
So, look, I'm not a big Jinx guy, but I also am a big Jinx guy.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
I just think it kind of fell flat, but such a great concept.
And that was one of Coach Nutt's messages. The only people that know what's going on are the people inside that room.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
Throw the football to the right team. What a concept.
It's far too late for me. I've made some enemies since I started talking here on the radio.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Set your alarm for whatever time you want to get up and get your butt up 100%.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios, this is halftime.
Welcome in here to halftime. Melissa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little here with you. We're hanging out at Northside High School ahead of their battle with Rogers Avenue against Southside tomorrow night. We were able to catch up with Athletic Director Rusty Bush here. We're going to have Northside head coach Don Maroc join us here in about 15 minutes. But, man, you can kind of feel it now, Matt. We're just talking football. It is here. We are ready.
Let's go. Let's go. That's right.
Yes. This is the sport at its purest form, right? The high school level. And it's fun. By the way, Finn is going to play flag football this year. I mean, it's everything is starting. Everything. I know. I'm terrified. I'm not going to lie. He's going to be like Matt Jones out there. That call that you just played, that's going to be – he's so fast.
He's a natural. You can tell. He's a competitor. He's a natural. That's He gives you a 10-second head start when y'all race.
That's right.
So yeah, yeah.
He's got all the dubs, right? All the
Yeah,
dubs.
yeah.
All the W's. Wins, mom. Anyways, but it's here and you can feel it.
Well,
But
you'll be known as Finn's mom here in about 7 years. That's my mom. She texts in every
Right.
once in a while, but
Yeah.
there for a decade or so. That's Matt's mom.
That's
She didn't
right.
have a name, and then it's the twins' mom. So
Yeah.
you'll be
Sure.
just be known
Well-
as Alyssa Orange and no more.
Here's the deal. You're absolutely correct because I don't know if I've shared this. I coached his 8-year-old basketball team last year, so it was Finn and 5 other 8-year-olds, and I was coach. And man, I'm telling you what, there's like herding cats. There's people like there's Finn and there was one more, and they were pretty like good. And there were also other kids I was trying to teach drills to, and
Figure it
Finn.
out, yeah.
But Finn and his friend Bo, they would always want to like steal and play real defense. And I was like, guys, this is great, except for I'm trying to teach a drill, and you can't just steal the ball all the time because I need to be teaching drills and we're teaching some strategy and all that kind of stuff. But I was, hey, Coach Finn's mom. That was me, Coach Finn's mom.
That
So
kind of has a
I
good
was.
ring to it, though. It's got a good ring
So
to it.
so even I'd go visit him for lunch. They'll be like, "Hey, Coach Finn's mom." It's like, "Hey guys."
That's funny. That's
So,
good.
yeah, it's it's already happening. All that to say that it is already happening. And speaking of things that are happening, continuing chaos in college athletics and the NFL. And since we talked yesterday and wrapped up this show at 2:00, the Big Ten obviously has said you cannot play if you've signed a contract or gone through the professional.
Aren't you just waiting
thing.
for like the Big 12 or the ACC to come out and say
Well,
everybody's?
yeah.
Oh, you said.
Well,
Big
sorry.
Ten. Okay,
The Big
sorry.
Ten has already said no. The SEC has said no. So yesterday, the Big 12 and the ACC has said no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the NFL has said, if you leave, you're not going to be able to come back and sign an NFL contract
This year, you got to
This
wait
year.
3. That's kind of the CFL has that
Yeah.
rule where if you're somewhere, you got to wait so many days to come back for that reason,
Mhm.
and that's fine. I think that's protects everybody involved, and you can't just jump ship and go somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just think right now what all of these organizations are doing and all of these conferences are doing are just trying to protect themselves from the chaos at the moment, because there are no answers, and so everyone's kind of just out there putting their own rule and stamp on how it looks like things are going to go. And it's interesting, CBS Sports had an article, and I was reading through it this morning, and Pro Football Talk also kind of talked about and referenced this article by John Talty and Chris Hummer, how, can you point a finger at LSU? And really, was LSU and the lawsuit in Baton Rouge the first one with this whole NCAA, NFL coming back and playing? No, but this report says that Lane Kiffin reached out to players and their agents about the possibility of, hey, if it doesn't work out, just come this way. And if you're right, if you're sitting up there in Cleveland, right, and things don't seem like they're totally looking like they're going to work out with the NFL and the team you're on, and you just got a phone call that said, hey, come back and play for me at LSU. That's what he did, and now we're at where we're at right now.
And this is 100% why I say we can have our opinions, we can talk about what's right and wrong, and I love it. We can discuss it. It's not the kid's fault. The kid is doing, a lot of times, it's the people that are around you. It's your parents, it's your agent, it's your head coach. You're doing kind of not necessarily what you're told, but you're kind of told. It's like the voluntary mandatory workout. It's like this is what the next step is. So I don't fault the kid for that. It's the adults that are in charge, and they know the rules. That's the thing. They plead ignorance, but they know the rules. And then you don't think, I don't know, like we could have this for a hypothetical, or we could have just talk about it, but what coach in the SEC do you think feels the most pressure?
It
has to be Lane Kiffin. That's what I mean. That's why he's doing this, because he understands that every coach that goes to LSU wins a national title. Like they're batting 75%. The 3 of their last 4 won a national. So he understands, and so it's just like, man, you know what? I've had multiple coaches say this to me. People think I'm a better coach when I have better players. No,
Mhm.
right? Like I want the best play. We'll figure it out. Give me who people that are good at their craft, good at their trade, know what they're doing, want to be here.
Yeah.
Give me all that, and then we'll figure it out because you're the leader. So
Yeah.
I think Lane, I think he understands that. So
Mhm.
do you fault Lane for knowing the rules and trying to get? It's like Enos Canner. Do you fault him right now for saying he's going to enter the WNBA draft unless they say it's on biology? It's like, well, it's kind of we understand it, but you know what? The WNBA needs to say you have to be a female
Yeah.
to play. It's same
You
thing
got to
here.
come out here and you got to say
If
it.
you're going to play college football and then you're going to go to an NFL camp, you don't get to
You
come
don't get
back
to
and
come
play.
back.
That's just how it goes.
Right.
That's
Yeah. Well, and I think the biggest thing is that's always how it's gone. But what happened was the NCAA came back and said this whole 5-for-5 thing, and now they are using this
Well,
if this 5-for-5 thing never had happened, this was not ever going to be a thing. Even if you did have, because you've exhausted your eligibility
but
and
they
you've
got it in
given it up.
COVID. So the precedence was set in COVID. People got an extra year.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the whatever they're thinking is like, well, and then the NCAA let everybody come back. Like, didn't Chambliss have to apply for
He did for an extension, and
Pavia applied for one,
Pavia
didn't get
did
it?
not
Yep.
one. Yeah, and there are a lot of guys who have asked for that extra year, and Trinidad Chambliss was one of those guys, and he was granted that extra year. But that's what's happening is now you had this rule that these guys are trying to take advantage of, and that's where the lawsuits are coming from. But this article by CVS basically points to phone calls made to players and to agents, and that's why that lawsuit was in Baton Rouge. And the lawsuit is against the fact that, hey, the NCAA says I have 5 years and I should be able to come back because I didn't know. Which, unfortunately, to your point, no, we don't blame. I don't blame Wright at all. I blame the other people, the adults in the room, whoever said that this was a good idea, whoever said, hey, we can sue and you can come and do this and make this kind of money and this is what we can give you. Just bad advice and bad guidance, really bad life guidance. Overall, and it's just not going to go well, I don't think, for any of these players. But I think now everyone is kind of Monday. No one had put their foot down and said anything. Here we are sitting here Thursday, and the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12, the ACC, and the NFL has all said no to what's transpiring. So
A lot of those kids will be on a practice squad if they want to be. They're just going to make 75% less than what they can make in NIL. Or you can go to the CFL. There's still avenues for them. That's the whole thing too. If it was a dead end sign that was like then I think we'd be a little more empathetic or compassionate, whatever the words you want to use. But there's still an avenue for these guys if they want to play ball and they want to make 6 figures a year. It's 6 figures right now wasn't the same what it was 20 years ago, but that's still a great. I mean, you can still do good things with your life and keep going. And the truth is, in what 3, 4, 5 years, you're probably going to have to get a regular job anyway. So to quotations regular job, but it's like enjoy.
there is life after football.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, there is. So that's the latest on the NCAA NFL saga that continues to change daily as we have seen it play out this entire week. Northside head coach Don Marat going to join us here after the break. Excited to catch up with him and hear about his team heading into the 2026 season. And hey, your next great fishing story, by the way, starts at the brand new Bass Pro Shops outpost on Bass Pro Drive, just off Rogers Avenue here in Fort Smith. Step inside and discover the Pradco store within a store where you can design a custom autographed lure from all the iconic shapes and colors and sizes. So go check them out. Go over there and just customize it the way that you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the Bass Pro outlet. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Summer heat is on, but that means fall is not far away. Bow hunters, get into Jelco and check out the new bows, sights, arrows, and releases. Pick up a new back target and get ready for opening day. Saddle equipment and stands are now in stock. The summer sale is still underway with buy one, get one 50% off on select clothing. See the new shipment of local boy and girls clothing that's just arrived. Shop local, shop Jelco Outdoors. Work, fish, hunt, that's what we do. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith. Back to school relief at Harry Robinson's Saddle Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Saddle. This rebate check is good on both new Fords and pre-owned vehicles, and a great selection and a great time to buy a brand new Ford because not only do you get the rebate, but you get the factory incentives and the low financing.
Yes, and that's a big deal, Tommy. I mean, you're talking about 2.9% financing at 72 months and at 84 months. That saves you thousands and thousands of dollars just when you're financing it. Gets you a cheaper payment, puts you in a better equity position. Guys, right now really is the time to buy. And our pre-owned, me and you've been doing this together for what, 8 years now, 9 years? Guys, this is the most inventory that I've had on this lot in the last 5 years. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for, car, truck, van, or SUV. Come and ask for me at Harry Robinson Saddle Ford. This is where you're going to find your best deal.
And find out about 2.9% financing for 72 or 84 months with approved credit on all 26 Ford F-150s. Harry Robinson Saddle Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Saddle, online at harryrobinson.com.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then cigarette. The water wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, ho, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to Halftime. Good to be with you on this Thursday. We are a day away from most high school football games around the state. We do have two, so I don't want to say a day away from the season starting. There are two happening tonight around the state, but a big one tomorrow in the Battle of Rogers Avenue between Northside and Southside. And a pleasure to be joined by Northside head coach Dom Maroc, entering his second year with the Grizzlies. And I know you're excited about your team. We talked about it. You and I got to catch up a little bit ago, about a month or so ago. And so as you get ready for game day tomorrow, how are we feeling?
I feel good. We feel anxious. You know, same thing I told the kids this morning is that you're not playing right now. You're not playing tonight. It's still a long time till 7:30 tomorrow. So it'll be a slow amp up. We'll take it day by day, really by minute to getting up to that point. And just reminding them that it's still a long time till 7:30. You know, most important right now, we just have to hydrate because it's going to be hot, humid, and, you know, that's highly important as well.
When you look at how things have gone just in practice overall, I know you had a new quarterback come over from Poto, just getting him implemented along with the new pieces in the offense. How did that go?
It's been good. It really has been a really good fall camp, and as we led into our benefit game and now preparing for Southside, it's been a good camp. Most importantly, we came out healthy. And so just getting those kids into situations throughout camp, the physicality of it, you know, getting up early, going to practice, then the kids go out and do what they have to do and then come back for meetings and weights. Like it's hard. It's a grind, and to put them through that and they came out of it better than what they were, and they embraced it because, again, here our mentality be better than the day before. And you can't do it by just hanging out doing nothing. You have to put them in those situations. You have to require it, and our kids have embraced it and they've craved it.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. You know, my pops was a football coach for 20-plus years, so I understand that. What was your kind of your goal for camp this year? Was it we want to be physical, we want to be in the best shape, we want to have speed, we want to eliminate mistakes? You know, what kind of is something that's your mantra that you're preaching to these kids as you start week one?
You go into fall camp, and the benefit is that you have all summer to work with your kids just through team camps, through 7-on-7s. And so a lot of it was just testing them into feeling who we were coming out. And I say that schematically. And what can
you can't
our
ask
kids
players
do?
to do something they can't
exactly.
do. Yeah.
And to be honest, that's the time to figure that out, is what can they and what can they not do. Because I'd rather find out in June and July rather than, you know, the last Friday of August. And so when you get into that fall camp, you should have a really, really firm, solid idea about what you can and can't do. Then it becomes, all right, let's pinpoint exactly who we're going to be. Let's refine everything schematically, technically, coaching-wise around what those kids can do really well. And then amp it up from day by day and keep, you know, add to it and really just figure out what those kids can do. You know, you mentioned what goals we have. Playing physical is every day, you know, to be a very physical football team, to be in the best shape. You know, those are things that everybody wants to be. And the only thing that you can do is you just have to go out and be physical. You have to run, you have to tackle, and you have to be in shape to be able to play 4 quarters.
How much do y'all hit? I guess that's another question I have. And everybody's like, oh, back in my day, we did 2-a-days or we did, you know, and everything's changing or whatever. But how much do y'all do like ones-on-one, even if it's thud, even if it's not, we're not going to take you to the ground, but we're going to hit, because there's no substitute for practicing tackling, breaking down and in the proper technique. And if you don't do it, it's going to show up week one.
I would say that there is some form of physicality and contact every day. It just depends on what's the situation, what's the drill, and what are we asking them to do. So I would say that there is contact throughout the day, throughout the practice. There's days where, you know, we'll go to inside drill and be O-line, D-line, and just the box, and it is physical, and it is very intense. And then when you get to your team sessions, it's more thud. It's more let's touch. And while that is still physical, as it should be, even if you're not in pads, they try to get physical with each other. And I love seeing that, but I think it's just about what we require of them, the level of physicality throughout practice and at certain pinpoints to where we're not going to go out and play tackle football for 60 plays a day in practice, but we're going to play very intense physical football throughout practice for 15, 20 plays and just kind of balance it out through that and let them compound throughout the week.
What did you learn, the biggest lesson from year one coaching in high school to where you guys are now heading into year two?
I think it goes back to kind of what we talked about a month ago.
Yeah.
What I learned was the things I failed at,
Yeah.
And you don't – did we have a wholesale change on everything? Absolutely not. We didn't. We just evolved our system, evolved our message, evolved what the goals that we have, how we approach every single day. And, you learn from the things that you failed at. You learn from the things that you were successful with. And, again, taking that and molding it to what our 2026 team is, that was our whole goal from that first Tuesday in November when our season ended. And we were back in the weight room and just figuring out and starting at that day, this is our 2026 team. Let's build our message. Let's build our core, build our culture throughout those kids because those are who we have.
Yeah.
And we have them right now. So let's evolve that and let's learn from what we did poorly the year before and let's push the envelope, push the message, and get to where we're at so where we go into 2026, on a better note, ready with more anticipation and excitement than what we had.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've been a part of the community now. What has that been like for you and your family to get acclimated into this Fort Smith community and this Grizzly family?
I've enjoyed it. I mean, we really enjoy Fort Smith. Being in college and you're all over. You live in all these different towns and communities, and it never feels like home. It never once felt like home at any of the stops that I was at. But then you come here, and now it has more. It does feel like home, to where you feel like you belong here. You feel like you have a place here. You have a role here, and not only just in the school, but within the community. Being able to get out and be more active in our youth leagues, being able to go out to every single Northside basketball game, and just being able to be present at the middle schools. Because then you meet people through the youth leagues, and you may meet people that you would normally not ever interact with. It might be here on Northside where you don't have those interactions, but being able to be active with those youth leagues, that's where you meet people. That's where I meet people that are invested in the Northside football. And so for me, that's – you see me every Friday night, every Saturday morning out there cheering on youth kids for 8 hours a day, and I enjoy it, and it's fun. It's good to see it. But that's where that's where I really feel like I tried to form my bond with our community here in Fort Smith.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. You speaking of a bond and a team coming together? Every coach has different things. If it's movie night, if it's during spring ball, we're going to have a home run derby contest. We're going to go play basketball, like something that's not necessarily just football. What are ways that you're able to bring the guys together? Or if it's a quiz, I know we love quiz bowl, like quiz thing,
trivia nights,
trivia. Is there something that you do that you kind of believe in? It's like, because you're trying to there's so many different ways and avenues to connect people. What are some other ways outside just the football field that you guys connect as a team?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, the way that we have built our culture and our bond as a football team is by doing football things. It's to be the best thing that we did this year was we broke up and had competition teams. And you got opportunities to have community service, which gave you points for your team. You had opportunity to win and lose points. But to me, it was, while we are a team and we always preach ourselves as one, for a short, time throughout the spring, really a couple months, we were a team, but we were also a faction of 8 other teams because that's where I wanted the kids to, and you have a leadership group, you have kids that are in charge of it, but that's where I felt we made a lot of growth, and just the bond of our team is we broke them up into teams and made them fend for themselves and lead each other and learn how to be leaders and learn how to stand up and be able to grab that message that you're trying to get to your teammates and lead them. And it'd be through competitions. It might be something ridiculous, but I felt like when we get our kids for that hour in the off season, we want to maximize every single second. And if we can do that and maximize every single second, and that's where they came together. We've done events. We've cooked out for them. the other day we had a burger eating contest at Hardee's.
That's right.
But what we did, I'm giving that shout out at Hardee's.
There you go.
But the fun thing is we led into it the week before. We had a bird competition tryout because I wanted the best guy to be up there. So it's like even though we're going to a burger contest, we're going to compete to put the best guy up there, and we did. And
fantastic.
Our kid went out there and ate 2 1/4 burger.
Jeez, in 3
Sophomore.
minutes, right?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, man. See, I told them that I was not going to be at that competition. I don't know if I could have watched that happen in real time, but that's awesome. And you've seen it translate on the football field and in practice, too, I'm sure.
It has, because I feel like you see it changing when you don't have to motivate them. And that's one thing that I am not shy about telling anybody, is that these kids and this team, they don't require daily motivation to just give us something. We're not pleading and begging with half a team just to be on time and do something. Like, these kids motivate themselves. They're motivated by each other.
Yeah.
And that's where, to me, that is the best example I can give anybody, is these kids require zero motivation. They are internally driven. They see that you can have that success and that they've had it, and whatever we have to do to get there is what we're going to do. And credit 100% credit to those kids, because it's hard to show up every single day, even in the off season, to put in time in the weight room, the field, in meetings, anything. And these kids don't need the motivation to. They show up, they have a great attitude, and they get after it, and they work hard, and I'm proud of them for that.
Yeah, we get to see them put it on display tomorrow in that football game against Southside. 7:30 kickoff time.
7:30.
Right here. I'm excited. Again, I get to experience it for the very first time. Coach, thanks so much for the time and joining us. We appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Coach Don Morag, head coach of the Northside Grizzlies, playing in that Battle of Rogers Avenue tomorrow. Going to be a fun one against Southside right here at Mayo Thompson Field at Northside. Appreciate his time. And we're going to have Coach Dameron come join us around 12:45, so we'll hear from him as well. So looking forward to that. Well, when protection matters most, the fence man is the one to call. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the fence man has Fort Smith covered. The fence man has served Fort Smith area for more than 40 years, built custom, built to last. And free quotes, financing, anything you need, just call them and they will do it for you. 479-782-3936. The fence man, he ain't afraid of no work.
You need money. All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
This is halftime.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-725-4922. 800-725-4922. 800-725-4922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Matt Jones buys some extra time. Looks like he might get sacked, might throw it away. Nope, throw a touchdown.
This is halftime.
Back to school shopping, leaving your pockets empty? Don't let that stop you from driving home in your new Nissan. Zero Down delivers at Or Nissan in Fort Smith. All Pathfinders, Rogues, and Frontiers are 0% for 60 months. You heard that right, 0 for 60. Or take home a new Nissan Sentra for only $399 a month. $399 a month gets you into a new Sentra at Or Nissan. 0 for 60 on Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier, or Sentra for only $399. Going on now. Don't miss your chance to save big with Or Nissan in Fort Smith.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com, BIRD.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Get things done.
Find halftime on 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Now, here's Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back to the show. Great to be with you here, coming to you from Fort Smith Northside High School. Got a lot of guests lined up. Girls basketball coach Ricky Smith going to join us here in a second, but we will go to our Lewis Automotive Group hotline because Charlie is on the line. How are we doing today, Charlie? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. How y'all doing? I actually seen the video before I called. Matt, you're looking sharp over there. Is that like that's swag right there, right? Is that the most you're ever gonna?
I gotta when you start giving me compliments off the bat, then I kind of start wondering though. So be careful about that. Yeah.
Guys, I do got to say this real quick.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm on your side, too. Come on.
Hey, let me tell you this though. I will say this. I know there's a basketball court behind you guys, and I know you're thinking about coming out of retirement right there, but Alyssa's not going to take it easy on you just because you're 6'6". She still said she's still going to take it to you, man.
No Dolphins were harmed in this production. There are no goals up. There's no basketball going, so everybody's cool.
I'll set you.
I can tell lies right now,
you
and
just
you'd
bite
never
the
know. There you
volleyball?
go.
Can we do
There
that?
you go.
We could do
Yeah.
that.
Well.
I used to set a little bit back in my
Beautiful
past
facility.
life.
Beautiful.
So I'm sure you could honestly, Matt could just stand at the net and You wouldn't even have to jump. So
No, he just stands there. Yeah.
he just stands
Yeah,
there.
from what I can tell, that is a very beautiful facility.
It is.
I can't see all of it, but anyways, that was cool listening to that last segment, listening to Coach talk a little bit, and I was wondering too, Alyssa, because you've kind of been around. I know you've done a lot of high school stuff the last few years. I'm not saying you've always done that, but I was going to bring this up because, by the way, have you guys heard what Eric Musselman said recently? Have you brought this up on the show?
Yeah, we talked about that last hour. Yeah.
Okay, and
Arkansas
look,
is a baseball school.
or basketball school too, but
Mm-mm.
yes. Well,
It was a
and
joke.
you know what? In his defense, he's right at this moment. I mean, I can't. I mean, how could I dispute it, Alyssa? I mean, I can't. Can it change? I think it can. We'll see. And when Hunter, if I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Hunter was more known as a basketball AD. Was he not? And he kind of was.
Well, no, you're right. He played basketball in college.
Junior high.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he played in junior high. Then I was just wondering.
You're right.
I don't
You're
know.
not wrong.
I
You're
just
not wrong.
yeah,
He is a basketball guy.
Okay. Yeah, so I just wonder, and he was big on the whole getting mustard thing. And I know the cow thing, he just couldn't mess that up. Thank you for not messing that up. That was Tyson. But no, I just wonder, Alyssa, I was thinking about high school sports in the state, and a lot of people have said for the last few years. I mean, I kind of think back in time that it's been a while since you've kind of had football-wise had that. I guess a lot of different guys come out and go D1 and do big. I'm trying to think of when the last time. Man, obviously that 08 class sticks out in my head. Let's see. And back when Matt was playing, those classes.
Well, that
but
Petrino
you
class he had with those three receivers that were all from the state.
Yeah, was that 08? From
I
Warren?
thought that was
Was
011. Was it?
I'm tripping.
In my
I'm
words
tripping.
of
You're
Aaron
talking.
Torres. Yeah.
I'm tripping. 08. I'm dumb. It was.
08 was still
2010,
McFadden, wasn't it? Was 08 McFadden's last year?
No, 05 to 07.
07 was his last year. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what year we're in. I'm just still trying to. I don't know. Anyway, but my point to all this is this: like, I think the state of football in the state has kind of been down a bit. Alyssa, you've been doing this the last few years with high school and stuff. Has any of the coaches kind of talked to you about, like, maybe at some point hoping that maybe we can get that back going? Is it lack of just camps or population or what is it going on in Arkansas right now? And then I'll hang up listening. Y'all
No,
have a
you're
good one.
good. No, hey, always thank you for the call. Quickly to wrap that, because you make a good point, and it's a great thing to talk about, because I have this belief, and I've had this belief probably over the last 6 years. The basketball talent has superseded the football talent in this sport, in this state. And a lot of that there's so much that has to go with it. I think is the rise of basketball in general, the exposure to the game at a young age, and then there's a lot of socioeconomic things that play into that as well. But I think with football, if you want to get it going, it starts with making the sport safer. Parents feel more comfortable with their kids playing, and then you get them into developmental leagues and you teach them the right way. But that's a whole thing. But you're right. You're right. It is a basketball state at the moment, especially in the high school ranks. Speaking of, no one knows this state and basketball better, specifically on the girls' basketball side, than head coach Ricky Smith here of the Lady Bears.
Yes, ma'am.
I can say that.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Great. Glad to be here. Big week.
It is a big week.
Yeah, we're super excited. Northside, Southside. It's us versus them. When I came to Northside, the first week of school, I could drive by and I see a sign that says us versus them, and I'm like, what the heck? And Northside versus Southside. Can't ask for anything more.
You've experienced a handful of those and get to watch from the football field, obviously on the basketball court as well. But describe that game to someone who's never experienced it.
Well, for me, it's just the excitement of everything that goes into it. Like you guys being on campus this week, building up to it, the band, the student body. All week long we've had dress days for the students, and so it's just the complete build up. The band have great competition, drill, cheer. I mean, it's the entire school are there to support your side of town. And, Northside versus Southside has always been ultra competitive. Even sometimes when one team is a little better than others, it brings out the best in everyone. And it's just been a great atmosphere. Me, I love it because there's no pressure on me right now. I get to go up in the press box and cheer and, just be a fan.
Yeah, the atmosphere has to be amazing. I was here for a year. We lost in football, won both our basketball games, so you still remember that. I do want to – you don't have to give me an answer. You've had to have over 40 games against Southside. What's your record against that? I know you know this. You don't have to answer it, though, but you got to be at like 78 winning percentage. So, yeah, there's no pressure because you always win.
Well, I've got a lot. We played a lot more than 40 because we played in the state championship game.
You played some other
twice,
times, okay.
And we played in the Tournament of Champions. We've played probably more like about 70 or 80 games. I don't know, Matt.
I know.
We've won more than they've won.
That's it. That's what matters. Hey, you know what? Coach Ricky Smith knows this. Competitors compete. You're either a competitor or you're not, and I know he's a competitor. And being a head coach and just, living with one for you, like, it's a calling. You don't do it for the money. You do it because that's what you're called to do, and you're giving back in these young people's life. And, I just know my parents say all the highly things about you, and my sisters do too. And I respect you, and I love what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Matt. Your sisters, for those that don't know, excuse me, Matt's twin sisters played here for us many years ago. And I think they could probably take Matt in one-on-one.
They probably could.
They would sure tell you they could. I know that. They were very high maintenance, so much so that I named my two dogs at home, Grace Ann and Stephanie, in honor of them. And so they were great players. When I first came to Northside, Matt, we won a few times against Southside. Then we lost 8 in a row.
Okay.
Coach Merrill Mankin, who later became my assistant. And so I don't keep up with a lot of the win numbers, but I do remember that.
You remember that.
Now, someone said that we'd won 30-something in a row, but not quite printing that like they used to. At 8. So, is it still a little bitter? Yeah, it's a little bitter.
Well, you got to have a chip on your shoulder. Drew Brees, first ballot Hall of Famer, said he was the first pick in the second round and carried that with him forever. I'm like, I can tell you all the plays I messed up on.
Absolutely.
The passes I dropped, the passes I should have done. But I can't tell you all the plays I did good on because that's what brings your desire and your competitiveness out. So I love that.
Yeah. One thing I can tell you about Coach Smith, he's got them on tape somewhere.
They're
on tape. We've talked about it. He's kept all of the tapes that all the games are on. They're in somewhere.
And the VCRs. They might come back someday.
Well, kids don't know what they are yet, but their kids will figure it out.
We'll go dig them out of the archive, and we'll
like, why is the Wi-Fi gone? Wi-Fi, VCRs.
VCR, that's right.
I had a few coaches come back a few years ago and say, "Hey, do you have an old game tape of one of my ex-players?" I said, "Sure." I handed him a VHS tape. He looked at me like, "What is this?
What do I do with this?"
He's like Zoolander. He's like, "Do I throw it? Do I just?" Yeah, they're in the computer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I know basketball season, though, quickly approaching as we talk about football season getting started tomorrow. Excited for your team. How are we feeling this year?
Yeah, I really like our team. Went to the semifinals last year. Returned majority of everyone. Started a freshman and 3 10th graders.
Yeah.
So we got a good young team coming back. Still a young team. We moved up 2 freshmen this year. One will probably start, possibly 2. And so we feel like we're still on the upward trend with this class. Maybe a year or 2 away from really peaking. But I think we're close. I don't know if we're there, but we're close enough to make a run at it. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm
Yes,
excited,
ma'am.
man. It's right around the corner.
Yes, ma'am.
How you fill your time between now and then? Practice?
Watch football games.
There you go.
Put the pressure on those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Northside, Southside is a great atmosphere for the community. Got to come out and watch it. Get here early, be sold out, be a great crowd.
Yeah.
Expect to see Northside come out on top.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Coach Dameron's sitting behind him. Don't
he's
say
there.
that. Don't say
I'm
that
talking
too
a
loud.
little, hey, I'm talking a little trash. I can do it when I'm not involved.
Don't say that too loud. He's on.
Yeah.
He's on enemy territory right now. We have to be nice to him.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll have a different demeanor when it's basketball season.
Hey, that's right. Hey, and he'll be the one in the stands heckling you, so you better watch.
Yeah.
You better watch out. That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us. Always great to catch up with you.
Yes, sir.
Always
good to see you, man.
great to see you. And if you missed any of that conversation or conversations we have had today on Halftime, always remember you can download the Hit That Line app powered by Taco Bell. Our Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast is there every day after the show. And speaking of Eastside Liquor, go check out their new location. I just drove by it on Rogers Avenue on my way here, and it is beautiful. Brand new location, great selection at 9410 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. So go by, say hello, see their inventory, and make sure to download the Hit That Line app. We'll be right back after this.
Hogs out of there with a rebound. Ankov lobs to Richmond and a two-hand jam.
This is halftime.
Hey everyone, Josh Earnhardt here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Do you like doing business with local companies? Did you know that AAA Business Systems is one of only a few truly local office technology providers in Northwest Arkansas? Ask your current technology provider where their corporate office is, and let's keep your money in Northwest Arkansas. Buy local, support local. Call us today at 479-442-4185, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match alarm.
We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time, only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for limited time at participating restaurants.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Brad Howe in Van Buren or call Ryan Hughes in Fort Smith.
Back to school shopping, leaving your pockets empty? Don't let that stop you from driving home in your new Chevrolet. Zero Down delivers at Ford Chevrolet in Fort Smith. 0% for 60 months on new Silverados, plus no payments for 90 days. And zero down on a new Trax for only $349 a month. Together, let's drive in a new Chevrolet for zero down. 0 for 60 on Silverados and Trax only $349 a month. Don't wait. Stop in today at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith.
You always get more at Orr. The Solid Rock has been locally owned for over 46 years. When was the last time you were there? So much more than a bookstore. They have Christian t-shirts, church supplies, Bible studies, devotionals, home decor, gifts, and of course, a large selection of Bibles. And Bibles are engraved free of charge while you wait. Now, you can get custom laser engraving on select gift items and some Bibles. Located next to Sam's Club on South 74th, The Solid Rock is your source for faith-based books, music, clothing, and more. The Solid Rock, 452-4844.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
was there. We spoke of what and when, although I wasn't there.
Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here to halftime. Good to be with you here as we get ready for high school football to kick off here in the River Valley. The Battle of Rogers Avenue between Northside and Southside happening tomorrow at 7:30 at Mayo Thompson Stadium at Northside. The game at Southside last year won by the Mavericks, and we get to welcome in head coach Kim Dameron. Always great to see you. Good to be with you.
Absolutely.
How are we feeling about tomorrow?
Feel good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every year. You never really know what you have until you get out there and get going. And, you know, same thing as far as, you know, with Dom's team, you know, he's got new pieces. I've got new pieces. So it's just going to be fun to watch those kids be able to take part in this rivalry. And I heard some things earlier. We were talking about, you know, this rivalry and how the electric part of it and all that. And I've been part of some big rivalries. Arkansas, Texas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. This one ranks right up there now.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's kicked off and these stands are both full with Northside and Southside people, it's something. Of course, you know, Matt, you've played in it.
I do. We had a halftime lead and ended up losing. I remember it. Question I have for you is when you're playing on the road till you're playing at home, because you're talking about atmosphere, or is it? I know everything's situational when it comes, you know, being raised by a coach. Do you take the ball first or do you kick the ball off first? Because there's something about quieting a crowd down, but then there's something about knowing you think your team's better or good enough, and you got to stay humble. We'll take the ball to start the second. You know, like, how do you feel? Like, because you're going to get to call the coin toss. If you win it, are you taking the ball or are you kicking the ball off?
Well, I've been thinking about that, actually. You know, every team has a little bit different personality. And I'm a defensive guy. And so, you know, defensive guys, we're pretty much we want to kick it off, put my defense out there first. I want to be able to get the ball in the second half. And that's always served me pretty well. So I would have to feel pretty darn good about our offense and our ability to go down and score. So I'm not going to give it completely away, but
Absolutely.
you know which way I'd probably be leaning, being on the defensive side of the football.
I love it. There's something to be said about your defense going out there and getting a 3-and-out, even if they get a first down, but you getting the ball back and then knowing you get the ball to start.
This is such a field position game that if you can establish field position early in a game, you have a good chance of keeping that.
Especially on the road, for sure.
That's right.
Right.
It's
That's
going
right.
to quiet the crowd
That's right.
down.
And also you
matters.
can hear a pin drop.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
I don't know to be honest with you, I don't know what's going to quiet this crowd down there. They're going to be going on both sides.
That's true. That's very, very true. Hey, you had a lot of senior leadership last year that really helped that team. Where have you seen those holes kind of filled with the new guys you've got this year?
Well, you know, we just you start as soon as the season's over last year, you start challenging those kids to say, hey, this is your football team now. And the leadership of this team is going to come from you. And we've had great response from those kids. I've got a senior class of 22 kids, and each one of them in their own way. We voted for captains the other night, and I had 6 kids that had enough votes to where I have 3 captains and I have 3 co-captains. So I feel good about the leadership of our football team. And most of the guys who are that group did play enough meaningful snaps in the past to where I feel like I got a good group of guys that, you know, they've played in this game before and they know what it's like. So I take great solace in that.
Yeah. Looking forward to it tomorrow. Just ready to get out there and watch that ball get kicked off.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. It's just like any big game. And I try to make this game. We don't shy away from how big this game is. I talk to them about the fact that you're going to remember this game the rest of your life.
That's right.
And so we want them to understand and embrace that how important this is, and make sure that our focus is based on that type of intensity and everything. So, it's a great atmosphere and it's really fun. And then, as you know, once the ball's kicked off, once you get hit in the mouth the first time,
That's right.
all of a sudden it's a football game.
That's right.
And and you go from there.
Awesome. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And backed by comprehensive warranty. Combine that with our non-commissioned sales team and the nation's best lenders on standby, and you've got an award-winning, hassle-free way to get your next ride. Make the switch to Road Ready Certified and get state sales tax paid when you trade. All this month at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Hey, Fort Smith. Have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Taco Bell's new $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Just one taste of the premium grilled steak and new pepper jack sauce, and that kind of lux might go to your head. And for just $3, how could it not? But even as you're enjoying the tender premium steak and cheesy opulence, try not to ask the waiter for a steak knife. Experience the Lutz Value Menu with 10 items, each just $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra.
Looking for quality building materials and service you can count on? Visit Lumber One. Lumber One carries lumber, plywood, drywall, insulation, and roofing. Also, cabinet takeoffs for both kitchen and bath. Their full-line door shop offering exterior and interior doors, windows, and trim. They also provide blueprint takeoffs and estimates. Visit Lumber One at 3335 Industrial Park Road in Van Buren or call 474-4444. Lumber One. Go where the pros go, where service still matters.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine, a very slight chance of showers and storms across the south. Our high today in the low to mid 90s. Tonight, we should see a decrease in any cloud cover. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, lots of sunshine, a high low 90s. And then Saturday, sunny skies, low 90s. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 9 days.
Hey, halftime gang. Hope y'all are doing great. Happy Matt Jones Day, number 9, till football starts. Let's go Hogs. Listen to this. I've been ringing the bell for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
What's he going to bring to the table tonight? Tonight, this moment, this hour. It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas.
I've never taken the high road. But I tell other people to, because then there's more room for me on the low road.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
So, look, I'm not a big Jinx guy, but I also am a big Jinx guy.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
I just think it kind of fell flat, but such a great concept.
And that was one of Coach Nutt's messages. The only people that know what's going on are the people inside that room.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
Throw the football to the right team. What a concept.
Little.
It's far too late for me. I've made some enemies since I started talking here on the radio.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Set your alarm for whatever time you want to get up and get your butt up 100%.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. This is halftime.
Welcome here to halftime. Melissa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little with you, and we are rocking and rolling here from Northside High School, having a blast. And we're just getting interview after interview after interview, and it has been an exciting day here as we get ready for high school football to kick off in the River Valley tomorrow with the Battle of Rogers Avenue. We have got more guests coming, but before we do this, we appreciate you, Nelson, for holding on the line for us through that break while we got to talk with Coach Kim Dameron of the Southside Mavericks. And Nelson now calling us from Harrison. How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. 9 days away from Razorback football. We got Matt Jones back in the crib over there, at the Grizzly crib, kicking it. I mean, it's Darren McFadden's 39th birthday, Alyssa.
Today?
So y'all are rocking that.
That's right.
Together. And then, guys, Coach Dom, when he was on, he was talking about the hamburger eating contest. Well, Stack 'em Souls, he was talking about him and Charlie Collins eating hamburgers, and he said he ate 5 hamburgers and Charlie Collins ate 3. So all this stuff is just going together real good here. And the Muscleman interview, man. I watched all of that with Julian Edelman. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and it's a lot of this and that. But Musselman had great things to say about Arkansas. Actually, the only thing he said against Arkansas was, well, if he can go in January and be wearing a coat to class, or come over here and wear flip-flops to class in January, this is a pretty good deal. So that's the only thing he really said about Arkansas in a negative light. And guys, this is what I want to say about that is I want to draw the parallels between Silverfield and Musselman. When Musselman came in, a lot of people were like, "Who's Eric Musselman?" And then they're like, you can't recruit here. Basketball's just where it's at. Musselman come in. He proved that if you worked and if you was attention to detail, you could turn things around. So I feel like Silverfield can turn things around because he has that same attention to detail. He has the same work ethic, and he understands Arkansas the way that I feel like Eric Musselman understood Arkansas. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I see a lot of parallels there. And I'm really excited. Guys, Alyssa, you get to root against Clemson tonight. The girls play Clemson tonight.
That's right. That's right.
So we got,
I
we
root
got the
against
girls
Clemson
against
most
Clemson.
nights, except
And
for
then we
whenever
got-
they're playing LSU, I guess.
And then we got Taylor Green. I hope he gets a good run tonight in his game. Guys, we're in the middle of it. And then you guys will go, what you got going on? I want you guys to mark the tape for today, though. What you guys were talking about with Coach Dom about the quiz bowls and stuff. Mark the tape. Whenever you catch up on Ted Lasso, you'll remember this.
Okay.
Go Hawks.
Fantastic. Nelson, thanks so much for the call. Always appreciate it. Man, everybody fired up. Everybody fired
It's
up
game
today.
week.
I love
It's
it. It's
game.
game
Let's
week. We can
go.
feel it in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
We're excitement. We are excited. There's excitement in the air. And now, as I mentioned, we have guests coming in, and we have the principal of Northside High School, Marshall Hurst, with us. Welcome. Great to be with you. You got to hear Nelson in our phone call. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here.
Talk about excitement. I know, everyone's excited for this game, and Coach Maroc was telling us that, and Coach Smith as well, that it's been a spirit week all week. The kids are into it. Everyone's really excited about tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, you throw out any rules when it comes to a rivalry game the size of Northside, Southside, and we're expecting a huge crowd. We've been planning for a few weeks, getting prepared, and you just enjoy the culture and the spirit of what's happening. I mean, it's nothing like a competition to bring out the best in everybody. I mean, we did a protein battle all week, donating protein shakes to the Donald Reynolds Cancer Support House, and all you had to do is they put up one screenshot last Friday saying they showed a big picture of Southside with all their shakes, and we had 2 or 3 boxes, and so I put a feeler out there and said we need everybody to come together, and We won. We won by 2,000 bottles, by the way.
Nice.
We donated 3,500 shakes, and but it's for a good cause and things like that. I was at Chick-fil-A last night. There was a competition last night. Ours was Rogers, and Southside had Century Drive. So I was out there in the drive-through trying to drum up some business to get, I want to win.
Were you in the cow suit?
No, I wasn't in. No,
Okay.
no, it's too hot for that. I'm
That's
not
true.
passed out. I got to be game ready myself for tomorrow night. So I'm trying to stay hydrated myself as we get ready. It's going to be a fun one, though. We're excited.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you've been a part of these games a couple of times. You have seen this rivalry over the years.
Well, even growing up in a small town like Spiro, rivalries are huge. It's a big part of the town and its big history. I'm sure that you all have been a part of these things. I know for several years, and it's right now. Currently, Southside has a streak of 3 straight wins. So
they're like the Big Ten.
Yeah. And we're trying to, we have some fun things set up tomorrow. We're going to try to end the streak. And I've been showing videos of the last time we ended the streak to kind of get everybody excited to know it takes a whole school to get these things across. And we're going to have a great crowd. We're going to have a great student section. And they're going to have one. I'm just proud that they're not doing bear hunt this year. They've done bear hunt about 10 years in a row. And I kind of started making fun of them. I said, can we come up with something more original?
Well,
so
because they can't keep a nickname going on for
I know.
5 years. They got to do this. Yeah. Come on. What are you going to be this year? Next year, you're going to change your colors.
Yeah. So they usually do the camo. I think they're going to do something different this year, but we'll do something appropriate. We try to change things up and have a little bit of fun, though.
Yeah, you always have a great time. I'm excited. Again, I think I've said it a million times. I'm going to experience it for the first time tomorrow night, and I'm really looking forward to that. But overall, when you look at kind of Northside and the way that it's grown, I mean, you have this brand new facility. I say brand new. It's a couple years old now. Yeah. This basketball arena, but the school itself has grown a lot.
Yeah, and we even people who graduated 6 years ago, I encourage them to come and schedule a tour anytime that they want to, because we could now cover 6 city blocks, and we have 2,100 students, and there's so the impact that a school like this has. I found some pictures from 1939 a couple weeks ago that Mr. Gilly, who's been a photographer for us for decades. He always sends me different pictures, but he brought me some originals from 1939 of when the stadium was being built. And all you see is a big dirt mound with bicycles stacked up around the field, and they're building it up, and it was in stages. So I'm currently getting those framed up to stick in our front office, and even the upstairs art room, which used to be the cafeteria. It's just fun to see those things and to show people the state-of-the-art facilities we have. Even the cafeteria, you walk in, and it's a massive cafeteria. My own daughter described it as something that you see in movies, but you never know exists. And that's what we do here. I mean, we're one of the largest schools in the state of Arkansas, and we have a lot of pride, and we are really, we have fun, and we do what we can, and we're a diverse group. I mean, you can find your people here at Northside High School, and that's what we hang our hat on around here.
Yeah, hanging out with Principal Marshall Hurst. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for allowing us to have the show in your facility today as well. Thanks so much. It's been kind of quiet. I expected some PE classes to be in here, but you got a volleyball game.
It's game day.
Yeah, you got a volleyball game later on.
Yeah, and of course basketball will be here shortly, and Ricky, it's a year-round deal for him.
That's right. You'll always find him in the office or in the film room for sure.
Yeah. But
absolutely.
That's why he's so successful. He's the man.
He is. There's a lot of trophies in that trophy case because of him. Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's great to great to visit with you, and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you.
We're going to roll on here on halftime. We have got Brett Dolan joining us, going to talk some baseball and football, moving on into the next segment. But excited to wrap things up here as we wrap up halftime at the top of the hour. So stay tuned. Join us. Make sure that you hang right here as we keep on keeping on right here. And want to remind you, too, by the way, it's starting to get into the fall, and there's road trips. You got to travel to football games, all that kind of stuff. And Crabtree RV Center is the RV dealership serving the Alma, Arkansas area since 1950. They know the kind of freedom and adventure, especially during the fall. If you want to go camping, when that camping weather hits in, they are ready to go, and they have got a great selection for you to check out over there. It's a 17-acre facility, over 26,000 square feet of indoor showroom and a 40-spot RV park and a parts and service department. Everything you need over there at our friends at Crabtree RV Center, located off I-40 exit 13 and I-540 exit 21 in Alma, Arkansas. CrabtreeRV.com. Make your dreams come true.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
On second down, the give is to Felix Jones on
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and it's just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
We've got big news from Roback. This entire week, Roback is launching its brand new collegiate collection, just in time for the fall season. And if you're an Arkansas fan, you're in luck. The Arkansas collection officially dropped, and there's plenty of inventory available. So whether you're headed to the stadium, watching from home, or just looking to upgrade your game day gear, now's the time to check out Roback's new Arkansas Collegiate Collection. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
I got one question for you. What are those?
It's cute. I wish I could get it, but...
Hey, how much you pay for that taco?
Hey, yo, you know what it is, boy. He's got his free taco.
Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Want to kick off the football season with a bet that feels like a lock? The MyBookie lock of the season is back. With the Patriots in Seattle for the NFL kickoff, the question is simple. Will the Seahawks raise their championship banner that night? Of course they will. They're the defending champs. It's their home opener, and you're getting plus money odds just to say yes. Get in before kickoff, sign up at MyBookie, use promo code HOGS, H-O-G-S, and start your season with a win. MyBookie. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere.
Got a little jingle.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came
I know you can appreciate it. I'm only happy when it rains. You know I love it when the news is bad. Why it feels so good, it feels so sad. I'm only happy when it rains. Misery town. Oh, your misery town. Oh, your misery town. Oh, your misery town.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to Halftime. Good to be with you live from Northside High School. Hanging out here today on this Thursday, but tomorrow we're going to be at Hargrove Roofing in Springdale from 11 to 2. So join myself and Matt Jones as we get there on Friday to wrap up the week as well as kick off college football, which will start on Saturday with my Seminoles. We'll see. Whew, buddy, on the CW.
We all got
Fingers
hope right
crossed.
now.
That's right.
Yep.
That's all we have right now is hope. We'll see how it goes. So come and hang out with us at Hargrove Roofing. They will answer any kind of roofing questions you have, including who's on your roof. What do you need? Do you need a repair? Do you need just an inspection? They'll answer all of those gladly for you at their offices in Springdale. That is 718 White Road, Suite C in Springdale. Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof. Come hang out with us tomorrow from 11 to 2. Now we're going to hit our Lewis Automotive Group hotline here, joined by Brett Dolan on this Thursday. Great to be with you, Brett. We are so close to football kicking off, and it's right around the corner. But what are you going to be doing this weekend? Are there any football games on the docket that you've got your attention on?
I guess the other football, soccer tonight, and then 3 volleyballs this weekend. So after 4 games in 4 days, it'll be good next week to, for me at least, to look ahead of the college football schedule. But I'll be watching a few of those games Saturday too, because just kind of whetting our appetite with this week 0 is kind of fun.
That's right. It kicks off in Ireland, too. We've talked about that between North Carolina
maybe a tasty
TCU.
Guinness.
That's right.
hey, Brett, I want to ask you a question. This has been something we've talked about all week with the NCAA ruling or all the teams coming out. And who's at fault for this? Is anybody at fault? Because once we're going to point the finger at Lane Kiffin. We're going to point the finger at the kid, not knowing that it was 5-5 yet, and he goes undrafted. Then he wants to continue to play. Is it just people saying, hey, tell me the rules and I'll follow them, but as long as there's a gray area, I'm going to tread in that area and nobody's going to really say much? Like, what's your whole take on this Lane Kiffin and the kid from Cleveland that played for him at Ole Miss this saga?
Yeah, Matt, I think you're onto something. I think while there's gray area, people will take advantage. And listen, there's a part of me, as much as these courts seem to be causing way too much consternation, there's a little part of me that understands that this class, or some people in this class, were the ones, if they played 4 years and finished, didn't get that 5th year. I feel like the NCAA felt like, well, let's start and let's try it now, because we've got to establish some type of understanding. And if we lose, it'll be next year. Everybody will be 5 for 5. There's a part of me that gets that, because I'm sure some of these players that were marginal NFL players would have stayed in college for a 5th year if it was available, rather than trying to make an NFL training camp. Having said that, the flip side, everything's a zero-sum game. You think about, there's probably a lot of recruits or transfers that went to schools based on the needs at certain positions. And if you make that decision and all of a sudden, with a week to go before the regular season, here's a tight end back and here's a defensive end, and you're like, well, wait a minute, this is a mess. And not to mention just the optics of guys coming from the NFL back to college. It stinks, and it doesn't look good. And we get a little bit closer maybe to some type of normalcy, and then the flames go up again, and that's what we've been dealing with these last couple of weeks.
Well, it seemed like, too, when the 5 for 5 kind of the ruling came out, it felt like maybe the answer that people were looking for. Like, okay, this transfer jumping from here to here, wanting to have extra eligibility, we're done. We're at 5 for 5. And like you said, now someone's always going to try to beat the system and find a scapegoat and find a way around it. But it doesn't. It was good to see this week for at least the four power conferences to say no, and then the NFL to also take a stance.
That was the new part about this, right? Because all of a sudden you have some type of agreement amongst the conferences that no matter what the courts say, they may just not allow or make this possible for these players to play. Now, there could be an antitrust court case coming because this whole College Save Act would have been effective if it was a skinny antitrust exemption and not 14 amendments that they're dealing with, because the antitrust would have given the NCAA and the conferences an opportunity to enforce their own rules. And they may come back and say, well, this is some type of collusion against the opportunity for players to make money. And that's where this is all going to come down to. But listen, I can't help but think, you go back 5 or 6 years, if somebody had vision at the NCAA and they went to the players and said, we need to make some type of an agreement with the players, some type of bargaining. How about this? In addition to your college scholarship, we're going to let you make up to $100,000, and you can still do some clinics and you can do some autograph signings, but we're now going to pay you $100,000. What do you think? And I have a feeling the players would have said, well, that sounds pretty darn good considering we're making nothing. And instead, this went unregulated, and now 100,000 turned into $1 million, $1 million turned into $4 million. Because if you're making some money, you're not going to leave an NFL training camp to come back to school. But if you can make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, it's a better opportunity. So that's how we've gotten completely out of whack, because in some situations, going to the professional ranks is not good enough. You're not making enough money, and that is so bizarre from where we were 5 or 6 years ago when you utilized your college and maybe you hope for an opportunity to get to play at the professional ranks.
Speaking of professional ranks, I just kind of, and maybe you haven't been keeping up to date with it. I've been just kind of keeping up to date with it from afar. But J.J. McCarthy, first-round draft pick. Anytime you're a first-round draft pick, you get chances. You get multiple opportunities, multiple chances. I've been interested in this quarterback battle from the beginning. Since Kyler Murray's been there, Kyler Murray won the job. Who handles losing the job. And we talked about this with the backup to KJ, and I've seen this every year, Brett. Every year I've been in camp, somebody loses a battle, and everybody, not just somebody, but somebody loses a battle, and their attitude, they can't take it. They feel sorry for themselves. They don't understand, they feel like a failure, whatever it is, instead of understanding that, and 90% of the guys understand that it's a battle. We're going to keep trying. It's a team sport. We're going to keep going. But some people play the victim role, and it seems like JJ's playing the victim role. Do you think that guy stays with the Vikings this year, or what's kind of your view from afar with that situation?
It would seem like it would be a situation where he's making it harder and harder for them to stay. In that situation. Now, I saw a lot of McCarthy this last couple of years. We had a lot of Michigan games on our schedule.
Oh, he's
the only
talented.
thing that gives me, yeah, because Harbaugh liked him, and then sometimes, I feel like Harbaugh's taken one too many hits to the head in old plastic helmets, anyhow. But he does identify personnel, and he was really high on McCarthy to the point where he said, I might take him over other quarterbacks. And it gave me pause because maybe there was something he was seeing that I wasn't seeing. And it wasn't because I didn't think he was a good college quarterback or wasn't accurate. But clearly there's been an issue with him having success at that NFL level. And I'm with you, anymore. If you're not a starter and you have some type of attitude or issue or conflict, sometimes it's easier to move on. And a change of scenery might be something that he's looking at. I don't know if Kyler will be an overwhelming success there, but certainly I don't blame them for starting this season with him and seeing if he could help them win some games in a tough division.
Hey, looking at soccer ahead at Clemson tonight, hosting Clemson tonight. What is this soccer team? I mean, we've talked about this all the time. What do they got to do to get on track?
Well, they definitely need to score more, and the problem is that has been a challenge this year. Now, they were facing a Clemson team that had not scored in their first 3 matches, but played on Sunday and scored 5 against Campbell, so maybe they've found something. And Colby has been very forthright. We just need to find more offensively. The uniqueness, Alyssa, is just as we got done talking about 5 for 5, Arkansas brought back 2 fifth-year defenders who started against North Carolina and played well and no longer are available tonight or who knows how long in Malum and Anderson. So their team looked much better the other day. Well, two of those players who started in that match against North Carolina are not eligible tonight. So we'll see what that looks like against Clemson. It's a pretty good opponent. I know Arkansas would like to get that first win. Colby is never afraid to schedule. And right now this tough schedule has coincided with just not quite enough offensively. So it has looked a little different than some of his teams in years past.
Yeah, it has. What quickly, volleyball, what's Jason Watson got over there going on for the Hogs this year?
You know, it's interesting because he's got a lot of players returning, and that's unusual in college sports. What Arkansas's volleyball team a couple of years ago did is that they kept a lot of players and they stayed together through their freshman, sophomore years, and they took some lumps. Last year's team took a lot of lumps. They lost their last 15 matches. A lot of those players have returned. I think they're a little bit better. They have 3 matches, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all at home before they go on the road for a month. So I'd love to see them get off to a good start, kind of get a little bit of that taste of last year out of their mouth, and hopefully kickstart a better season this year.
Yeah, let's hope so. You know, I know we all talk about football, but soccer and volleyball happening on the Hill as well. And then we've got fall ball, this baseball, softball classic is what they're calling it, I believe, happening here in the next couple weeks too.
It never stops. It overlaps. It's chaos. We love it.
We do love the chaos. We love it, especially when they start actually playing games. And then we can
Real
talk
games,
about
yeah.
games. So for sure, always enjoy you, Brett. Thanks for joining us here and catching up with us.
Take care, guys.
That was Brett Dolan joining us on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. Always appreciate his time. Man, this day has flown by. It's been great. Had so many guests, have great conversations. If you missed any of it, it'll be on our halftime podcast coming up a little bit later after the show. And talking about football and soccer and volleyball, of course, you got to get ready. You got to go out there and support them in person. You got to look good, and you can do it with the new Arkansas collection by Roback. Just go check that out. Their new collegiate collection has dropped within the last week and has got everything you need to make sure that you look your best, whether you're out there tailgating or just, hanging out at home with a bunch of friends or by yourself on the couch watching the game. You got to get in your athletic gear, and you can get it at roback.com. That's RHOBACK.com. And you can use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
That's every game we play. The other team wants to beat us so bad they act like it's a Super Bowl.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for Circuit Judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you in everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
Halftime live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Congratulations, you're officially part of the Crane Cash Winner's Circle. Feels good to celebrate those huge savings and all that extra Crane cash for your trade, doesn't it? With Crane, it's easy to feel like a champion.
That's because we'll beat any competitor's price. That's right. Bring us anyone else's deal and we'll beat it. Now that's winning. That's the Crane team.
Find your winning deal at craneteam.com.
For generations, Hardscrabble Country Club has been the heart of great golf in Fort Smith. For 100 years, it's where families connect, friendships grow, and traditions are passed down. From its historic fairways to its welcoming community, Hardscrabble is more than a club. It's home. Join us as we celebrate a century of memories and create new ones together. Hardscrabble Country Club. Tradition lives here.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. If you're not a member, just sign up at Medders Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. For the month of August, you can get $25 off when you spend $100 on all Milwaukee Power Tool accessories after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, it keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer heat is on, but that means fall is not far away. Bow hunters, get into Jelco and check out the new bows, sights, arrows, and releases. Pick up a new back target and get ready for opening day. Saddle equipment and stands are now in stock. The summer sale is still underway with buy one, get one 50% off on select clothing. See the new shipment of local boy and girls clothing that's just arrived. Shop local, shop Jelco Outdoors. Work, fish, hunt, that's what we do. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
You pretend you're high, pretend you're bored, pretend you're anything to be adored for what you need. Believe it. Believe it. You can't wait.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to halftime. Had a great lineup of interviews, and it's going to keep on going here as we wrap things up on a Thursday. But before we get into it, I want to remind you, before Labor Day happens and we really get into it, if you need some new furniture for your home, you don't want to miss this sale, okay? Butler Furniture of Mountain Home going all out for their pre-Labor Day sale. This is a true furniture savings event, tremendous savings throughout their showroom. So you have to go check out and see what they've got in store, name brand stuff, everything on sale. But you got to hurry. This sale ends Saturday, September 5th. So come save big at Butler Furniture on Highway 5 North, past Hospital Drive in Mountain Home. Butler Furniture, big savings, big selection, big reasons to buy now. And it is a big game here tomorrow in Fort Smith between Northside and Southside. The Battle of Rogers Avenue happening at Northside tomorrow to kick off the high school football season in the River Valley, but we have the Southside principal, Jeff Pruitt, joining us. Welcome, representing the Mavericks in the colors. See, you and Coach Dameron showed up in the right colors.
Yes, we take it seriously
right
over
when
at Southside.
I was gonna say you're on enemy territory, so you got to represent when we when we get invited into this place.
And I got to say, I love Matt Jones's T-shirt. He's got the Southside blue on today.
I was talking to
even think about
Christy,
it.
our sales lady, when we got here, and she was talking about her, and I said I didn't even think about red or blue.
Not only is he a Razorback great, but he graduated from Northside High School.
This
he
is
should
true.
know better, but wearing the
All right.
Southside blue today.
I still bleed Northside Grizzly red.
There you go. You got some
yeah,
red on your
yeah,
shirt too.
yeah,
So
thank you, thank you.
he's just he really wanted to be like Switzerland and just be
Yeah, good luck with that.
neutral.
That doesn't work
No,
here
it
in
doesn't
Portsmouth.
work.
No, it's a healthy rivalry, if I can say
that word
right.
is so hard.
But I think you would agree with that. It's just like you can kind of make fun and kind of do whatever you want to do. But it's such a small community. We kind of go to church together. We see each other in the supermarket. It's to me, it is one of the healthiest rivalries in sport.
I agree with you. It's a great community event. The whole city comes out. The one thing I like about it at the beginning of the year now is nobody's had a bad year. The energy around both programs is through the roof. And, guys, I grew up in Saline County. I'm a Bryant High School graduate. They've got something down there called the Salt Bowl that kicks off. And so this is comparable to that.
Yeah.
It hasn't blown up to that position yet, but the chances there that it could.
Well, 80s to like somewhere in the 2000s, Northside or Southside always made it to the state semifinals. So what you're talking about, it's like it came and then it's went and maybe it gets back to it because it was there. I mean, Lunny and Joe Fred Young, like one of those guys was going no farther. I mean, no less than the state semifinals every year. This is a big game.
I agree with you, and like you said, it's one of the great rivalries in sport. I would say within the state of Arkansas, it's probably second, just none.
Yeah. You talk about the community event, and so for the schools, they get involved. Your student bodies get involved. I know that there have been some contests and some competition already throughout the week between both schools.
Absolutely, and anytime we can pit both schools against one another for a great cause like the Cancer Support House, we love to do that. And so both student bodies really got into this battle for the bottles and raised just tons and tons and tons of protein shakes for these cancer survivors. We love that our kids get involved and got into it, and just what they're doing to support Fort Smith itself is great.
Yeah. How is Southside continuing to grow and continuing to give back to their students year after year?
You know, what we try to do is make it a place that kids just love to come in and belong. With the relationships that we build with our kids, ensuring that they're going to get a top-notch education, ensuring that they're going to be safe and protected. Parents know that when they come on our campus, they don't have to worry about anything. We're going to take care of their kids. Our teachers love their kids. And when they leave us, they're prepared for whatever is next, whether it be employment, enrollment, or stepping into the military and enlisting.
Yeah. You said you're from Bryant, so we're going to have to talk about the Salt Bowl because that is tomorrow against Benton in Central Arkansas.
That's
that game
yes.
at Bryant tomorrow. That is pinnacle high school football. What was that like to grow up around that?
When I grew up in the 90s, graduated from Bryant in the 90s. It was nothing like it is now. It was Benton dominance year after year after year. And actually being a former Hornet, I love seeing what the Bryant Hornets have going on right now. And so I can't remember the last time Benton won that game. It's just expected. Bryant's going to show up. They're going to do their thing and take home a W.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know if anyone can beat Quad and those guys. They are a tough little giant to bring down over there right now, what he's got going on.
Absolutely. And nobody wants to play him. You know, they're going to have to go out of state to pick up non-conference games. I don't think Benton's going to be able to get out of that game ever. It's too big of a gate for both schools.
Sure.
And so it's a great thing for the Saline County community as well.
They're bringing in the #1 team in the country who won the national championship last year in high school 2 weeks from now. They'll come to War Memorial Stadium. So they don't shy away from competition.
No, and I love it. They'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere.
That's right. Circling back here to this game, you know, you look at Southside. What did Coach? They've won 3 in a row now.
They're
so
the
you guys
Big Ten.
That's
right. Yeah, they're going to come
looking
up next
for
year
number
with the trophies
4.
right out there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Number 4.
Yeah, we would love to get another one of those streaks going. Several years ago, there was a streak. I think it ended at 13.
Ooh.
And so I would love this to be number 4 on the way to that 13 streak again. We'll see.
It's a little hard though in enemy territory over here at this stadium.
He's
You're on
like,
top.
He's talking like
top
Coach
of you.
Drinkowicz now.
Yeah.
It's like Arkansas, Missouri is a rivalry. No, it's not. You haven't beat them yet. So yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But it's a good time,
Yeah,
and our
yeah.
kids really get into it. We're going to have a fun environment here tomorrow night. We absolutely love this game.
What got you into education?
The impact that my coaches had on my life as a student athlete, I didn't get into it to be an administrator. I got into it to be a football coach. I did that for about 15 years of my career, and then I transitioned into the office, and I wouldn't change it for a minute.
That's awesome. My dad was a coach. My dad's brother, Jim Cox. I don't know if you know that name. He was worked in that front office. Was a coach. Won 2 state championships at Fordyce in the early '90s, and then got into it. And it's a calling. I really believe that. Just raised with my mother's a teacher. My dad was a teacher and a coach, and I understand you don't get into the money. You get into it to give back and to help the world move forward. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. Every time we see that light bulb moment with a kid, whether it be on the football field or in a classroom, we know we're having an impact. And our goal is to make sure that they're ready for whatever they step into after they leave our high school.
That's
Where did your coaching stops take you?
Well, I was in Fort Smith on the junior high level. So
Cool.
I coached for a year at Trinity. Then I was over at Chapman for about 5 years, and then over at Ramsey for 8.
Yeah.
So really on the south side of town here and just pouring into this program.
Yeah. So what does this community mean to you? You again from Bryant, but clearly this is home now.
I'm going to be honest. For the first couple of years I was in Fort Smith, I felt like I was an outsider. I knew I was not from Fort Smith. But after sitting down some roots, it is a close-knit community. I'm in with them. I'm accepted. I love this place, and I wouldn't raise my family anywhere else.
Dare we ask for a score prediction? We
Yeah,
haven't asked anyone else, so.
It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be high scoring because I think both teams are going to have trouble stopping the other team.
Who preseason wise, because we talk about this. It's like, what do you think the record? I don't know what the record's going to be. I hadn't seen them play. Maybe you've seen them more, but preseason wise, all the talking hairdos. I don't have hair, so I can say that. Which teams picked to win more games this year? Like,
I would say schedule-wise, Southside is set up a little better. We're in a little different division.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what happened in the 6A last year.
I was about to say,
with Greenwood and Shiloh moving
right.
out of our division.
I didn't
think
know
it's
that.
set up
Okay.
for a pretty good run for Southside to compete well. If they stay healthy and they don't beat themselves, they'll be
How about
fine.
this? I was going to ask Coach Dameron about this, but we ran out of time. Like, welcome to the 6A West right now. That lost Shiloh, Christian, and Greenwood. It is wide open for the taking for
Absolutely,
you guys.
the Wild West right here. And if you
That's
go out
right.
and execute, you've got a good chance to compete well.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for the time, Principal Jeff Pruitt, joining us here. We really appreciate you, and we
Absolutely.
appreciate you
Thank you,
spending
guys.
some time
That
with us.
was awesome.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too as well. Thank you.
That
The
was
Brad
cool.
Hendricks
That
Law
was-
Firm
yeah, that was
is
cool.
pure Arkansas. We live here, we work here, we know the court system here and can help you so much more than all of these out-of-state lawyers who are advertising here. They have offices statewide for personal injury law, from car wrecks and big truck wrecks. They also take care of people for bankruptcy, medical malpractice, and Social Security claims. Bringing tradition, reputation, and results. Just call them over at 501-910-1010. Going to wrap up halftime here with our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice after this.
He loves being a Razorback. That's the biggest thing, man. He loves being a Razorback.
This is halftime.
Back to school relief means an extra $1,000 off. A check back to you or $1,000 off the deal right now at Harry Robinson Saddle Saw Ford. The lot is full. I could barely get on the lot. You have so many cars. That means you need to move some metal.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Tommy, look, I mean, you came in here. We're busy right now. We've got a ton of customers on the showroom floor. I think we've sold 3 or 4 already today. I mean, guys, we've got the inventory to choose from. It doesn't matter what you're looking for, a work truck, a diesel, a half ton, a smaller truck. You're looking for a truck less than 20 grand. You're looking for an SUV. You're looking for a van. It doesn't matter. We've got it here at Harry Robinson Saddle Ford. I mean, guys, on new vehicles right now, new F-150s, you can get 2.9% financing at 72 and 84 months and still get the incentives and discounts. Guys, on our pre-owned inventory, this is the most inventory that I've had in the last 4 to 5 years. So when I say now is the time to buy, it really is. Money's cheaper. Interest rates are down. Back to school relief rebate, you get $1,000 back in your pocket. Now is the time.
Harry Robinson Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hot link, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith. Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Championship caliber teams like the Razorbacks rely on proven performers. So do smart businesses. That's why Datamax proudly partners with Kyocera Office Technology, recognized by Keypoint Intelligence for delivering the industry's most consistent color performance. Kyocera is built for reliability, security, and results you can count on. Combined with the local service and support you've trusted for years, it's a winning combination for your business. Datamax, relevant technology, raving results.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
It's the summer event takeover at Lewis Automotive with sizzling deals and endless adventures. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years and home of the Lewis Guarantee.
She gave you everything she had, but she was young and dumb. She just turned 21. She didn't care to hang around. So when the shit came down while she was nowhere to be found, this life can turn back. She was the sweetest thing that you had ever seen.
It's time for our Gusano's Pizza Final Slice.
You know what? Why don't you get me a deep dish pizza?
Visit your local Arkansas location in Bentonville, Bella Vista, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Rogers, and in Springdale.
That's where I live.
Gusano's Pizza, doing it Chicago style since 2004.
That was the finest deep dish pizza I ever tasted.
Welcome into our final slice here, brought to you by our friends at Gusano's Pizza. You can check out their menu at gusanospizza.com. It's time for our final slice. My final slice today, Matt. Man, tomorrow night cannot get here soon enough. 7:30, Battle of Rogers Avenue. My first experience. Cannot wait.
I'm excited for you. That's going to be super cool. It's the atmospheres. It's going to be amazing. That's cool. My final slice is, wow, I've seen so many people I haven't seen in so long, and it's cool to see everybody doing well and doing what they do and people giving back. Like I said, I went to school here. My mom taught here, played in this rivalry. It's just cool to be back and kind of just taking it all in again. So, life is good.
They might let you walk the halls if you wanted to.
Whoa. Even back then, I don't think I think you know me a little bit now, but like
Yeah.
when they were talking about the cafeteria, I would just go eat lunch with my mom by
Yeah.
myself. Like I don't really do crowds. I don't like not that I don't like people, but I don't like people, you know. It's like you just kind of like stay away and like I just like to I
Yeah.
don't know. There's always a hidden agenda, it seems like, but a lot of it, like Ricky Smith doesn't have one. You know, a lot of these people I've seen, they don't have one, and it's
Yeah.
cool because you can. There's something innate about picking up on people's vibes and picking up on what people are doing, and I've been. It's a blessing and a curse with me. I see it so clearly, and I like to stay away from people. Yeah. So no, I don't want to go walk the halls, but yeah.
Yeah. Which is why I thank you every day for doing a radio show with Colton and I. We
I love
appreciate
both you
we
guys.
love you,
Yeah,
Matt.
y'all are good people. Yeah.
But it has been fun, Colton, to be down over here at Northside. And again, I've really spent more time here in the last probably year and a half with doing the varsity vibe stuff and hanging out with you guys than I have really since I moved to Arkansas. And nothing but wonderful, wonderful people down here in the River Valley.
Yeah, final slice for me today, guys. This was really enjoyable to listen to. Matt, just like you, both of my parents worked in the school district. They were educators. My dad was a coach for a long time, and he was a Southside rebel back in the day. So I know he's been listening today and listening to some familiar names and people that he knew and just reminiscing on those days, you know, playing against Northside and how much it meant to him. He was texting me about that. So high school football just it means so much to the people in our state. And I mean, if you drive through some of these little towns on a Friday night, maybe not necessarily big ones like Fort Smith, but where I'm from in Gentry and other places like that, they're ghost towns on a Friday night because everybody's up there at the game. And Alyssa, you've done such a great job with Varsity Vibe getting to cover that these last several years. And I know that when you make it down there tomorrow night, once again, for the Battle of Rogers Avenue, you're going to see it in a whole new light. So final slice for me today, guys. It was a pleasure to sit here and listen to y'all, listen to the great educators for both Northside and for Southside High School up there in Fort Smith. So really good, enjoyable listening day just for me. Love working with both of y'all, and it's just it's a real treat that we get high school football coming down the pipe here in Arkansas tomorrow. Although there are a couple of games tonight, like Alyssa mentioned, with Rogers and North Little Rock. It is officially kicking off statewide tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, hey, I just want to remind everyone, by the way, since we do have a little bit more time here, if you are coming to the Battle of Rogers Avenue tomorrow between Northside and Southside here at Northside at Mayo Thompson Stadium, it is a 7:30 kick. The gates will open at 6. And then, of course, if you want to get tickets, you can pre-order tickets at gofans.co/Fort Smith Public Schools. Or you can also come in here and pay. But I just want to remind you, they only do card or tap to pay. So you cannot use cash. So use a card or tap to pay or pre-order your tickets online so that you can go ahead and have a seamless transition into the stadium to get ready for the football game. And another thing too, like I saw like the bands are crazy. Like the bands, the cheering section, everyone's gonna go crazy tomorrow night. So I'm really excited to see everything that unfolds around this awesome, awesome rivalry tomorrow.
Well, they got to change the words they put on the U.S. currency then, because if they don't trust in it, then
isn't that crazy?
How do we live in a world now that like you don't use cash?
You can't use cash. It's kind of crazy. But you got to use a card or a tap to pay these days. You know, we've talked about this. Next thing you know, they're just gonna be scanning something on our arm.
Well, it's biblical.
You know?
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
They're just
it
gonna,
is.
they're
It
gonna
is gonna
implant it. And they're just gonna start.
Happen.
That's right. They're just gonna start scanning our arms and stuff like that. But be prepared. Come down here and be prepared for what's gonna happen at the game tomorrow. Also have the Salt Bowl between Benton and Bryant. Some other big games around the area. Bentonville West is hosting Greenwood. And I went and I spent some time with Coach Pratt and that team last week. They are so amped for this Greenwood game because of the way the game ended last year. I swear Bentonville West could have, should have, probably, maybe won that game against Greenwood at Greenwood. So tomorrow it's going to be a big one up there in Centerton between Bentonville West and Greenwood. Some other really good games happening around the state too. And Shiloh getting an opportunity to welcome in to the 7A West with their game tomorrow also.
Who does Shiloh have tomorrow, Alyssa?
Oh, put me on the spot. Here we go.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I have it. I have it right here. I've been looking at it all day, and I should know off the top of my head. The answer is Shiloh is at, now I really actually have to look. I thought I had everyone and then it was just like Shiloh. They play, my goodness.
Whoever they play,
Thank
they're
you.
going to win. That's what we need to know because they're the Fighting Rhett Lashleys. They're
They
the Fighting
are.
Gus Malzahns. I think their head coach is a guy that's from Stillwater that left 2
He did.
years ago. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's where my
Tucker.
parents. So it's like I know way too much about Shiloh football that I don't ever want to know. But I'll take Shiloh, and they'll get it done. And I'll take Northside tomorrow as well.
There you go.
There we go.
There
Heritage
it is.
Hall from Oklahoma City.
Thank
by the way.
you. Tucker Barnard, head coach of the Shiloh Christian Saints, coming over, like he said, from Stillwater. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday. We'll see you at Hargrove Roofing tomorrow in Springdale. For Matt Jones, Colton Little, I'm Melissa Orange. Ruskin and Zach coming at you after the break. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you right back here at 11 o'clock tomorrow.